Question. I don't know.
In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smiling. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a finish. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Well, good morning to the DMV and the rest of this world. Hello, good morning. Should I say it like that? Baby, it's Turn Up Tuesday, and we are here to turn up some heat in these conversations and topics that's out here in the streets. The streets be talking, honey. The streets be talking. So, I want to say thank you for the comedians that came out last night and supported the open mic at darn it, Martinis. My mind had blanked there. That's because I didn't get enough rest. Oh my gosh. At Martini's nightclub, it was for the open mic comedy part and the karaoke. And I tell you, after y'all get the jokes, stick around for the notes. I'm telling you, stick around for the singing. We had a good time. I want to thank Bubakau Al Jenkins. Bubaka, he was out there doing his thing. And guess who else was out there, y'all? The contractor and Mrs. Contractor was out there doing his thing. I was like, look at my boys go. Look at my boys go. I feel like I'm everybody's big sister. That's how I feel. And you just proud. And when you see your family doing their thing. And special shout out to Red Carson and my favorite French bulldog, Mr. Marvelous. Marvelous, it was so funny. Red was telling the joke, and the dog turned around. Marvelous, like, I know where he going. I know where this nigga going. This joke, and the dog turned his head, like, I know what you get ready to say. That was hilarious, and that was perfect timing. See, you can't get that nowhere but some live open mic comedy, some live entertainment. And shouts out to all of the comedians who couldn't make it out. I understand, especially when you got a lot of open mics all at the same time. Sometimes they all can't just go to yours, and they try to spread out the love. They do, they really do, and I want to thank them for that. I want to say first and foremost again for the comedians coming out and doing what they do and spreading the love like they did and showing me some love. You know, I stood in at Martini's. That I don't have an open mic house, but I stood in for when I was standing for any of my comedian friends who needs assistance. Gwen was out of town, so I held it down for her. That's what being part of a family is about. I'm not with the clicky stuff, but anybody that said, Reese, I need a host, and if I can do it, guess what? You got my services because this is a family here, y'all. The comedy thing is, and that's just only part of my family. The other part of my family is my podcast that I do every morning, 5 days a week. And on my podcast family, I hold them very close and dear to my heart because I feel like I let them in my inner circle. They're really in my life and the function that I move. I talk to my producer, Mr. Molly Mall, every day. On some level, me and that young man connect every day, except for on the weekends when I need to give him a break from me, because I know I'll be getting on Molly nerves, but he's so sweet, he won't say it. But I'm waiting for that time when Molly gonna say, shut the fuck up, Dad. But that ain't even Molly. That ain't even his demeanor. The vibration that he's on, the frequency that he on is so chill. I'm like, well. But speaking of chill, dun, 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 get your shades of blue and your Molly Mall sea moss, cuddle up with this book, and cuddle up with this big old nice cup of tea. And I got my sea moss in it. Oh, it's too hot. This ain't even coffee, y'all. When I drink out of this big old thing, this is my tea with my sea moss in it. And it's y'all can't see it. And it's in gelatinous form, and it dissolves in the hot water. But you can't even detect that it's there. You can detect that it's there a little bit. But for people who say, I don't like sea moss, I don't like this, I don't like that, all I'm going to say is give Molly Mall a chance. My son, he's a believer. He said he didn't like sea moss. He said, Mom, throw that away. You got sea moss. He was just really, oh, wait a minute. I know this is important because I'm in the middle of doing the show. Would you like the link to be on the show? Oh, I'm on the air. You want to say hi to everybody? This is Tracy the Entertainer, y'all. Tracy the Comedian, TMJ in the midday. And you ain't about to stop. Well, NLGradio.com. You know, it's funny because Tracy is where I got my start in doing the podcast and all that stuff. NLG.com. Tracy, the TMJ, Tracy the daggone comedian. He ushered me in publicly speaking like this. He did him and Carlton and Will, and I got to give a shout out to TMJ in the midday. Yes, they do. See, I thought I was going to be the girl on their show, but then Nate said you can have your own show, and I said what? And this August will be 4 years of me broadcasting the Morning Mac show. Thank you to Mr. TMJ in the midday. He's clowning. He needs to be on camera, right, y'all? He needs to be on it. He needs to be on camera. I'm going to send him the link anyway because he got 20 minutes to his show. He could always do my show. Okay. Good morning, Lee. We talking about Hollywood. Why do they want us to put on dresses?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Can y'all wait a minute? Wait a minute. Let me see if they can hear you. Can y'all hear what he's saying? They said no. Wait a minute. I'm gonna send you the link. Knuckle, just come on real quick and tell it like this. Get your point. All right. Okay. I'm about to send him the link, y'all, so he can say today's topic is about Hollywood and why do they want us to put on dresses? You know, I got some footage and some videos, and we're gonna talk and discuss today. But let me get Tracy TMJ in so he can do his thing. Good morning, Lee. Lee is in the house. Good morning. What? And she beat Kiani in the house. So now, Lee, when Kiani get in, you could charge him $250 for being late. How you feeling, baby?
Better.
Okay.
Yeah.
There go Tracy. Hold on. I'm going to let TMJ in the midday in. Okay. Are you in, Tracy?
I guess I'm in the show.
We can hear you good. Yes. So
Okay.
today's topic is about. I'm gonna repeat today's topic again. It's about dress. Why do Hollywood want to see us in dresses? Go.
First of all, black folks, people of color always had that swag. Second of all, never forget about Flip Wilson. Remember Geraldine
Clint Wilson. I do. I
and
do.
Geraldine. Remember Geraldine?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I get that. So listen, I don't have a problem with men, showing out and being funny as a character, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that. You do what you got to do for a laugh for that character and pushing your show across.
Okay.
People of non-color been doing it forever, but for some reason, when we do it, we find a problem with it. I don't care if a person is trans, cross-dressing, or whatever, right? That's their preference. But if you're doing it for a gag and it's a routine, that's what you do. Everybody has done it. And Marlon Wayans said it and addressed it, and boom, there it is. And people forget the very young Dave Chappelle in his early 20s. He put on a dress. I can't remember what skit it was, but it's been it's been back circulating. And a lot of people have done it. I'm saying Hollywood don't make you do it. You make you do it. If you sign your name on that line and agree to do whatever, that's on you. Is that facts? Am I not telling the truth? Somebody let me know.
You make a good point. But I guess some people would say that when we are in dresses or they demasculinate the male, they take your
No.
testosterone.
Emasculate? Emasculate? Is that a word?
Masculine. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm getting a little tongue tied. Masculine. You know what the word I'm trying to say, damn it. Look, they take your masculine, demasculate.
Demasculate? Is you sure that's what you're trying to say?
Yes. Yes, that's
Okay.
what I'm demasculate.
Spell it. Spell it. Better yet,
Brandon,
Google
wait,
it.
listen, the way you said that word,
It's spelled DENUTS. These nuts. Yeah, that's what it
hey, the way you spelled that was a bad masturbation.
Exactly. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. Hey, Lee, I got a question, Lee. Why you keep popping in and out like that, Lee?
is. She don't want to show her face.
Why, Lee?
'Cause I don't
Everybody knows.
I don't
Everybody
want
knows
y'all
you look
seeing-
like.
I don't want to be chewing. People get hungry and might ask for a plate.
What you eating over there?
I got some hash browns, scrambled eggs, and sausage, shrimp.
Is it microwave or you made it yourself?
Well, I cook myself. I don't microwave too much of nothing but the butter for my crab meat or my lobster tail.
I know what, Lee. Ain't nobody eating that shit.
I am. I am.
Her crab meat and her lobster tail.
That's
I ain't
right.
mad at you.
That's the only thing
I ain't mad at you.
It's the only thing I melt my butter for.
That shit
Good
good.
morning.
Hey, good morning to you. Hey, Lee. So what's your take on it though? If you already answered the question, what you speak on it about?
Listen, they've been doing this since Romans. I mean, you talking the Romans did it. There was no women in acting. None. You know, I mean, so you're saying Romeo and Juliet was two men.
Mm-hmm.
They were in dresses back then. But someone else made the statement that they tend to put African Americans in their culture, in their not even a culture, but in their way, the way they do it.
Right.
And I believe they do it for the funny. I want to believe
Right.
they do it for the money. Okay.
Right.
Now,
Maybe it used to be
only
for the fun.
only we as black people see something wrong with it because we like to throw a monkey wrench at each other. We like throwing shit at each other. I don't know why. You know how monkeys reach back there, grab it, and throw it right at you. But they don't
Exactly.
bother them. I've seen some of the lists. I've seen some of the list of men, white men and black men. I've seen them,
Right.
and they're just about equal, if not more.
Right.
So we don't. I mean, that's just. I'm gonna go off topic for a minute. That's just like P. Diddy, R. Kelly, and everybody else that's messed with these little girls and had these little girls and been out there to Epstein Island individually, you know.
Right.
But then you got Trump that been to Epstein Island and he got 91 charges that he can be president and ain't nobody fucked with him.
Right.
It's like that. Ain't
And,
nobody
and look,
bothering him, but he can still be
Let
president.
me ask y'all this
yeah.
question. Both of y'all, right? Ponder this for a second. My mind was turning and clicking and thinking, okay, it's like we
I
as a
heard it.
culture, we try to, you heard my mind clicking? We try to emulate and copy everything other cultures do, right? But you don't
Right.
see, wait a minute, you don't see us trying to
I
do
hear it.
kabuki. I never seen a black person doing kabuki theater, dressing up as a geisha and doing all of that. I have yet to see a black entertainer in that field of the arts. Have you seen
Nah. Only person I see do it was Jerry Lewis. Jerry Lewis is the only person I see do it.
No, I mean the kabuki, the Oriental arts dressing
Yeah,
up.
Jerry Lewis. Jerry Lewis and the Geisha boy. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but he didn't dress up. I mean, I'm talking about
Yes, he did.
part of the kabuki, and actually do it. That was a
He did
skit.
all that, but he did it. Yeah, but he did it comic. He did it comedian style.
It was not black.
No, it wasn't black, but I'm just saying no. I haven't seen anybody black do it.
I haven't seen us infiltrate other cultures. This is a culture, like
Right.
we said, it came back from the Greeks and the Romans, because when they put on
Right.
those shows, everything was male in those shows. So they had
Right.
to dress up because they was playing women characters.
Both roles, right?
That's
Both roles. No. Right.
what you-
Hey! Somebody was writing stuff. You're not gonna read what they wrote.
Oh, wait a minute, I gotta see. Hold up, I can't see.
Molly Robinson or Mally Robinson or something was writing stuff.
That's Molly. Hello, Reginald. Hello, Molly. Good morning. Good morning, DJ Slicky Woo Boo. Wait, we got some people in here. Good morning. Good morning, Shalita. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Michelle. Michelle in the house. Good morning. Good morning to you people. Can you see what they wrote, Tracy?
Right now, they got so far the right money, you'll kiss a man and wear a dress. Nah. But look, I tell everybody this all the time because people gonna do whatever out of desperation or need or whatever for money, right? Because I tell everybody all the time, there's always a dude that you can say, I get somebody $1,000 right now, give me some head, right? Or $1 million. If everybody say no, I wouldn't do it for $1 million, they lying, right? Because I do it for $1 million. And yeah, I do it for $1 million. You know what?
Wait a minute. You would give a man some head for $1 million?
You ain't listen to the reason why. Because after I get that $1 million, I got enough money to kill everybody that know.
Amen.
$1 million
Amen.
is
There
gonna be
you go.
gone soon.
No, it ain't. Cause I'm gonna have that hitman drop. Something I think a hit now about 15 grand. If I gotta spend 30 grand on to pay a hitman to kill a hitman, that's what I'm gonna do.
See, okay. You're dangerous because you're going to take out the knowledge of it. See, and that's what America tried to do. They try to erase the knowledge of the history of anything, any
Exactly.
that could be clean. This is all America.
Exactly.
I got another question for you, Tracy. I know you got limited time. Do you know about Dick Gregory? Molly, set the first video up for Dick Gregory. Did you
What
know
about Dick Gregory?
did not like Cedric the Entertainer?
Yeah, because of the movie. When he was talking about Rosa Parks, he didn't like that part.
But it was, didn't they pay him to do that? Didn't
Yeah, they paid him to do it.
So why did he get upset?
Right.
Leave what this to my attention.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you just like my daddy, right?
This was years.
Yeah, but listen, here's the thing. You ready? You know, I'm a real actor. I'm a real thespian, right? In the play, Not My Brother's Keeper, it's a guy in the movie named David, the character. He does some hateful stuff to his parents, right? And excellent acting. After the show, my father went and talked to my castmate. He didn't like me because of the way he treated his father and mother, you know, on the set, right? My dad took that to heart. And I think Dick Gregory did the same thing. He was acting. He made a joke, right? And some people can't separate the two, fact from fiction, especially if it touches a part of your spirit, like it probably touched Dick Gregory. Because Dick Gregory don't like him because he said that. And Dick Gregory probably said, no, that's insulting. You know what I'm saying? That's this, that, no, yada, 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 right? But everybody got to remember, that time when Rosa Parks got notarized for that, she wasn't the first person to sit in the front of the bus and not move. It's just at this point in time when this happened, it happened to be a woman and it got the spotlight. That's all. That's all. She wouldn't move, my feet hurt and said, no, I get it. But still, it happened. It was happening. Yeah,
But that's
you know what
how
I'm saying?
the Safe Passage Bus Company got started in the North Carolina. It was a lot of people that refused to do that.
Right.
You're right. Just like the people at the counter, who was the very first one to get hit upside the head at the counter. So
Exactly.
watch this video. Good morning, Phil. Hey, baby. Turn up Tuesday.
Hey, look, I'm dropping off in 2 minutes. I'm dropping off in 2 minutes.
I want you to see this video before you go.
All right, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. I already know the video. But go ahead and run it.
All right, go ahead, play it, Molly.
Huh? I'll just ask this anyway. You can yell at me if you want. Barbershop 3 came out.
Well, I'm not going to answer it because I'm insulted. You tell me I can yell at you. Who the fuck is you with me to yell at? I yell at the most powerful motherfuckers in the world. I'll take on motherfucking CIA, nigga. Huh? And you want some shit like that? I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to answer it. Okay? You don't even know what happened in Barbershop 1, do you? When that ignorant motherfucker said King ain't nothing but a punk, and Rosa Parks didn't do nothing, she just too fat to move her big black ass. And I said, if you said that about Queen Elizabeth, the motherfucker be dead. But you motherfucker gonna go see 2 and 3. That's where you are. Okay? I don't have to ask you that. I know it. Because I was there. Huh? That ignorant motherfucker, huh? But he got to get past me. Huh? He got to get past me.
Cedric.
You know, my take on this is
the
satire for the
Louis.
comedy. He's talking about
All
Cedric
in
the
St. Louis
Entertainer.
motherfuckers is ignorant.
Right.
It's a bunch of thugs.
And he's
I gotta drop off.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'll catch y'all later.
All right, baby. He's talking about the black satire because you notice he said if it was the Queen of England, they wouldn't have showed that. They wouldn't have showed. I guess he's trying to say that we always laugh at our people, at our own being disrespected and belittled, and then we go support ignorant stuff. That's what he's saying. That is ignorant of what our people do. But it's just entertaining. Just because I watched that and I laughed doesn't mean that's my viewpoint and that's how I feel. I'm supporting Ice Cube and Cube Vision not the
I didn't laugh
satire,
when that
but
part. I didn't laugh when he said that part. I didn't. I mean, because that was something that I was taught that was dear, you know. And honestly, I didn't laugh about that when he said that she couldn't sit her. I'm like, what the? Why are we denouncing our own? And which we always do. We denounce our own and put everybody before us. Not that they don't. Not that that they don't already take what we have, because we didn't have at that time the funds to copyright and everything that we did. So they took it and made it theirs. And now you want us to denounce what little we do have, you know. So that did touch me when that part came up. I'm not gonna lie about it. I didn't like that
feel
joke.
no way about it, because I understand this is just a movie and it's a comedy. So comedies ain't supposed to touch you like that. You're just supposed to laugh, get something shocked, and like laugh and like, oh my goodness, no, he didn't say that.
Yeah, but when that, do you remember? But do you remember how many people got killed that night? Do you remember the bus strikes? Do you remember everything that went on after that? I mean, if you look at the
he was talking about that in the movie.
everything that happened. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you look at all of that, I mean, it wasn't a good thing to joke about. That's just like I was saying last night.
The joke, Lee. I think the joke of it was, I think he was trying to say, like, she wasn't the first one to sit up there. She just was like, I had enough, you know. Why do we give it to to one person? Because if she wasn't the first, then why is all the emphasis on that one person?
It wasn't time.
It's because the NAACP, they planned that. It was a planned action. It wasn't an accident that she sat up there. They planned that. So, and they planned that to get a reaction so they could either picket the bus company or do whatever they had to do. She didn't sit up there by accident. She didn't sit up there because she was tired. It was my understanding that was a plan. That was a planned thing. They picked her to do that. So now, she wasn't the first one. Huh?
Wasn't she like a secretary of the NAACP?
Yeah, she was a secretary. Yes, she was a secretary. And so, no, she wasn't the first one to do it, but she was the first one to do it as a rebellious action. The other ladies did it because they were tired. Okay, they did this for effect. So it's not like she just sat up there by accident. They planned that. So there was a difference.
So basically, you're saying to me, just something that I've always thought. You have to be affiliated with something higher than to get an action. Say like the ones before her that sat there, the man that my grandfather told me about, the man that was on there, drug him out there and they hung him because he wouldn't get off the bus. Another female that her toe was over the line. They drug her out there and killed her from the back of the bus just because her foot was over the line. And now you're telling me just because she's affiliated with
it wasn't like that.
An organization.
You're looking at
this. It's most times it's about who you know, not what you know. If you
it's
got
not
good,
who you know. They knew. They knew what happened to the other people.
If you got good,
okay, so they knew there was going to be a reaction. That's why when they pulled her, that's why when she did it, there was a crowd of black people standing out there waiting for the reaction, for the picket to start. Okay, those other people got pulled off and got drugged to jail. I'm not saying they were nobodies or insignificant, but something had to be done for reaction. Okay, they knew what was going to happen, and they were there to support her once it happened. They followed her to the jail to make sure nothing happened to her. They started, and that's where the Selma bus cop boycott came from.
They already had a plan what they was going to do.
Yeah. I remember that being talked about in school. But what I'm saying is who you know that a regular old black person, they didn't think about it, but by her being
So
affiliated
they
with
thought
that, it
about it.
gave
They
them.
thought about it. They thought about it, and they knew what the reaction was going to be. Those other people, I hate to
No,
say it, they were a test case. They're not a test case, but they knew what the
She
white
was
people
a
were
test.
going to do.
She was
It's
the
not-
test. She was the test case. She was the one that was going to be able to clear everything up. I got it. Yeah. That assumption was correct.
Right. Well, yeah, because
Go ahead.
she was the plan to infiltrate. It was the setup. It was like a sting operation because they knew,
Basically.
because they already knew that other people was getting
Exactly.
brutalized and not being able to make it back and forth to work safely. That's why they started the safe passage. Remember we talked about this on the show a few months ago. The safe passage bus company, so that black people can get to work in our neighborhoods to and fro safely. So
we all saying the same thing. I'm just saying the ones before her. It's about who you connected to. She was she was connected to the NAACP. The other ones are just connected to a black neighborhood. So
Get to work.
that's why they
if
did
you
what they did, because of the other black
that's what
neighborhoods.
I'm agreeing with y'all.
I know.
Let's see some of these comments. Slicky Woo Boo said, hey now. Molly said, Grand Rising family. Let me see. Molly and Carlton Dyson. Hey Carlton, they watching. Wait, what would he say? What y'all? Wow. He said he must be talking about Tracy. Molly said money can make people do anything. Yeah. The lack of money is the sin, because those who lack it will do anything to get it. That's what it seemed like. Not everybody, but we talking about, y'all know who we talking about. Shalita is waving. Grand morning, Michelle. I said that. It says, show me the check people before Hollywood wearing dresses. Wait a minute. No. He said, show me black people before Hollywood wearing dresses. Black people before Hollywood wearing dresses. That's where it came from. Hollywood, this dressing stuff, putting on shows and stuff. People wasn't wearing dresses before then. People on the, that's where it came from, entertainment. Okay. Molly said they not only
Niggas been wearing dresses forever. Niggas been wearing
doing gay acts on these movies. Okay, why so many gay scenes in the movie? Because the LGBT community is heavily in the Hollywood. It's coming out that a lot of these great actors, white and black, people you thought like Rock Hudson. Rock Hudson was supposed to be a hard man, a man's man. He was gay. They said John Wayne was gay. It's so many people.
Not the dude say it wasn't so.
Of all colors that was gay, and now all of a sudden, because the LGBT community initiative, they're coming out of the closet. When they started coming out of the closet, because a lot of people was gay, and then they got a woman as a mustache, talking about the men, and got a woman as a mustache to cover up the fact of their homosexual act. There's a show on Showtime that shows how it's rampantly through politics. It's called Travelers. Gosh, something. I think it's called Fellow Travelers. And it talks about all of the politicians. What was that guy behind the CIA? Him, all of this
Hoover
in the government, and you wasn't supposed to be able to.
J. Edgar Hoover.
He was gay too, and you weren't supposed to let nobody know of your sexuality. If they thought you was gay in the government, they would arrest you. You could get arrested. You could get fired from your job. It was like some deep witch hunt stuff were on in the government, and that's what this movie is exposing. And it was just as predominantly white Americans, but a few people
They
up there
say,
that
well, I wasn't there. I'm old, but I wasn't there. But they say Abraham Lincoln was gay.
maybe. So for the right money, y'all kiss a man and wear a dress. Phil, for the right money, would you kiss a man and wear a dress?
Hell no.
You know, Tracy said he would, but he'll kill everybody that knew anything about it. So, and then he says, well, why you carrying yourself as a black man instead of being what God created? It's for comedy. It's not. Some people like Flip Wilson.
Flip Wilson did it for years.
It's comedy. You know, Red Fox, we all know Red Fox not gay, but Red Fox dressed up as a woman when he did that belly dancer episode. Red Fox was always doing something. But it was for the comedy, the satire. People are getting comedy confused with people going out and being that in real life or dressing like that in real life. Martin don't dress like Shanae all the time or his mama Payne. He's playing characters. And people get confused with a character that they see on TV versus a character in real life. And that's what they're getting confused. They muddy in
and
the
let
water.
me rephrase that. I want to say I wouldn't, but I ain't had that check dangled in my face yet either. So let's rephrase that. I would like to say I wouldn't, but I haven't had that life-changing check waved in my face. So let's
hold that point. I got a
let's
point to
put
make.
an asterisk beside that.
Okay, somebody else wrote the movie. He was just reading. Okay, she was a plant. Talking about Rosa Parks. NAACP is garbage. Just what Kenneth said. NAACP is garbage. The local chapters don't do anything for the people. He's talking about NAACP.
That's now. That's now.
Mom said Obama. Malik Bey said peace to the gods. Peace to the gods. Malik Bey said it was deeper than that. And then Slicky said, well, I know that, Reese. Okay. And Malik said that means you can beatbox. I don't understand that. That means you can be bought. Okay, be bought. Okay. And she wasn't the real Rosa Parks. That's what Malik Bay said. She wasn't the real Rosa Parks. Now, this is the question. We'll put a pin in that field because we got some video I want to share with y'all. Now, we always get flack about men dressing as women. How come nobody says nothing about a woman that plays a male character? Somebody in? Oh, the contractor. Hey, contractor.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, I want
What's going on?
See, Flip Wilson did it on his terms. Martin did it on his terms.
Exactly.
These guys are being, I don't want to say forced, but they being pressured into do that because if you don't do this, you ain't gonna get no more roles. So, I mean, that's a tough one right there. But like, if I did do a role like that, you gonna do the role the same way you do it for the white guy. Whenever they show them kissing, there's always something to pass in front, so you never see them make contact. If you watch Power with Tariq, the Mary J. Blige's son was gay,
right?
And his boyfriend was started messing with somebody else. When they was in a restaurant, he started going on ranting and venting. So when they showed him and the white guy kiss, it was a flower in front of him. So you never seen them make contact. That's the only way I would do it. You're gonna do it for me the same way you do it for them. So I'm not doing it.
You know, and another thing that we're talking about these roles, Flip Wilson created Geraldine. That was a character that he created.
It came out of him.
He created his own character. Martin created Shanae and all the other rest. So they're playing their own character. Okay. I'm talking about a character that somebody else created and pick you to play.
Mm-mm.
That's different. I'm gonna create this character and I want you to play this role. These black men that was doing it on their terms because it's their babies. They created this. I don't think that it goes the same for those who are playing a part. You know, if the money is right, you play this part. But if you create it, you got all to create it. You got all of that you could do. That's on your terms because that's what you created, and not just playing a role. Did that make sense?
Yeah, but then you don't know how far that's gonna go because Ving Rhames played in Pulp Fiction. Then the next movie, he was acting gay. Then the movie after that, he was full out gay. He been in a bunch of full out gay movies since then.
Well, that's what Ben Rhames is gay. That's because he is. There's a lot of celebrities, but Ben Rhames didn't create the character. He was just playing a role.
Right, and that's all he's been in lately.
But he was already gay.
He was already gay.
Ben Rhames.
Y'all think some of the hardest men out there, I was saying it earlier, like with Rock Hudson and all that, y'all think these are hard men, John Wayne, but a lot of time Hollywood cover up that fact. And they give you a wife who wears a mustache because even with people that's in a relationship or married, they project them as being single. Hollywood is about what's going to sell. So if you're a gay man and you married to a man, they're going to portray you to get the views of women and everything falling over you because you're handsome. They're going to portray you as a hard rock male and that you're single. So all the women can flock in to see. It's like they dangling the carrot in front of you. And really the whole time it ain't even a carrot, it's a cucumber.
Yeah.
The old bait switch. That's the trick of Hollywood. But I got a video I want to share with y'all. Let me before Molly set the video up while I read the comments. Malik Bey says defeminizing the black men. And Molly said they all did it for a price, and none did it before making it to Hollywood. Yeah, because look, Hollywood could afford to say, "Will you do this? Would you do this for this?" So Hollywood had the money. Okay, if they didn't own the show, they didn't create the characters. Only Marlon Wayans done it for his on his terms. Okay, who was wearing a dress before the scene? Who was wearing a dress before the scenes?
What about Richard Pryor?
Oh, Richard Pryor, but that's what Richard Pryor was doing that on the comedy stage. He was Richard Pryor even sung. A lot of people don't know Richard Pryor sing like
Richard Pryor.
Yeah, Richard Pryor can sing. A lot of these comedians can sing. They're multi-talented. Richard Pryor wasn't just a comedian, he was also an actor.
Yeah, he's a hell of a singer. Yes, he could sing his ass off.
So
yes, he could.
Don't know that. Which applied was a homo. I think he said Richard Pryor
and an alcoholic.
Okay, Richard Pryor was gay. That's what he said. Richard Pryor was gay. Malik Bey, that's what Malik say. Please say all the words. See all the words. Get in, help me, please. I can't see all the words. You know the letters are going in and out. I'm trying to read. Y'all see I'm struggling with my eyes. I don't go to the doctor until this Friday to get shots in my eyes. And you want me to read? So I told you yesterday I was blurred. And I'm doing the best that I can. My producer's on my back about me reading all the words. Y'all don't know he's a slave driver. I can't see.
You already know. I don't have a right eye, and you don't have a left eye.
Damn.
Y'all should read together.
Good morning.
If somebody want to read the comments, Boobacal.
Yeah.
Boobacal, read the comments.
Where do I see the comments?
Molly,
How do I get to the comments?
I don't know. It's on the screen.
Go to your chat. Go to the chat spot
I
Okay.
on
don't
your
see
phone.
him.
I see the chat spot, but let's see comments maybe. All right, there we go.
Yes.
Okay, where we started from the beginning? Good Lord.
No, we starting at
It said
Marley. What
Richard
he
Ball
said.
was gay. The man
Huh?
Richard Brown was gay. That was Malik Bey said that. I'm reading from backwards, actually, from the bottom.
Okay.
Sorry. Malik Bey also said Richard Brown was a homo. He met Richard Pryor. I
Yeah.
think he's speaking with the phone, not typing. Molly Robinson. Please read all the words. Malik Bey, which means that he was deceiving people. Which means that he was deceiving people. That was Malik Bey, Molly Robinson, who was wearing a dress before the TV scene. Molly said, if they didn't own the show, they didn't create the character. Only Marlon Wayne done it on his terms. Okay, that was. I'm confused. What were we talking about here today, people? I'm just reading. We talking about
men wearing dresses in Hollywood. But I
Let
got
me
a
get out
clip I want to share. Molly, we will set up the clip. Y'all check this out.
Before we dive into this, make sure y'all pull up to shopstevieknight.com. Anytime you see me rocking some drip that you rocking with, go ahead and browse on through that thing, find something you like. I got something there for everybody. And yeah, use promo code DOWORK, get you an additional 20% off.
Martin tried to put me in my first dress. When he had to go on his hiatus, he tell me, Cat, when I come back, I need you. You my young partner, you my brother in comedy. When I come back, just promise me that my next movie, it'll be me and you. We're gonna do it together. We're gonna do some buddy cop. I said, Martin, you got my motherfucking word, my nigga. Go do what you gotta do. When you come back, I'm in your movie. Don't trip. I don't need to see the script or nothing. You know, we get in that office and this fool pull out Big Mama's House too. I almost died. And I gotta read this script from all these good white people. Where this nigga want me to get in a dress with him. And I'm literally saying to everybody, why is he in a dress again? You already played the old lady as an FBI agent. We can play anything now. We can be playing a dog catcher this time. Why do we need to be in a dress? And I get so mad, I say, you don't want me. You want Brandon T. Jackson. And that's who they went and got. Twice I said it, they went and got him. Just like I'm telling you, I had that other dude's work. I had all of it. All I did was say, I want to punch it up so it's not offensive to real niggas. And that's how I got in this position.
But in knowing you now, there's a more of an awakened Brandon compared to when he first came into the business. You mentioned the dress. It's a big conversation about that. Did you get like slack when you wore the dress at that moment?
It wasn't slack from people. Only Cat Williams. Cat Williams was trying to always say, Brandon, don't wear a dress.
He called you, or is this?
No, he was saying it in the media, so I thought he was heckling me. He was really trying to help me at the time. I didn't know that. I was immature.
Right.
I feel like, dang, why I'm trying to make it. Why you bashing me? And then he was trying to warn me, don't get in the dress. So the awakened Brandon, you couldn't pay him $1 trillion to get in the dress.
What do you think the dress is about? Is it to tone us down, to tone that realness down?
I think the dress, personally, is a thing that was not in our culture to do. And I think everybody will want to put their culture on us. No, not to hate your culture or your God. If your God say you can put on a dress and your culture is normal for you, that you have the right as a human to choose that. But me, for my God and my culture, my ancient culture, we didn't do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was cursed by it. I believe it was a curse that went with that personally, because nothing went right since then. That's truthful. No one can tell me, hey man, you thinking too much, man. You sit down, man. Everything went wrong. Just like everything went right. Everything went wrong when I put on that dress.
Wow. We're going to pause that right there because we're going to fast forward a little bit. But what do y'all think? See, Brandon T. Jackson just came and talked about what Cat Williams was saying, and he said it. What y'all think about? Y'all heard what Brandon T. Jackson said. What do y'all think about what he said as the comedian? Who would like to go first? Lee?
Yeah, that was the dumbest shit ever. Because he felt like that that he saved him. He was warning him. How can you warn me if something that told him to come and get me in the beginning? That's some double-faced shit stuff right there.
Yeah.
You want Brandon T, you don't want me. And then you
Right.
turn around and say, he was trying to save me.
Right.
That don't make good sense to me.
Don't.
That don't make good sense to me. That don't make him a good person because I'm not wearing no dress. I'm not wearing that. Send it to Althea. Then I said, Althea, they trying to trick you.
No, but did you hear what Brandon said? That he felt as though that in his Hollywood want to put everything. I'm talking about Brandon. We all know what Cat was doing. Cat was doing advertising and publicity and getting people shots and but we talking about what Brandon said about after he actually did it and put on the dress. What do you think about his experience? What he's sharing his experience when he put on the dress? He said he felt cursed because in his culture, his religion, the way he believed.
Well,
That's my choice. He could have said no.
See, he said he didn't know. Ignorance. Again, you can't blame nobody.
No, you know if you can say no.
I know. Well, he didn't know. And he said that was a young Brandon T. Jackson. And he said he couldn't get him to wear a dress again for $1 trillion. That's some heavy stuff right there. He said that when he knew.
Number one, if he knew the whole story like he know now that Cat said you want Brandon T, he wouldn't have done it then. He'd have said, "What the hell you doing, Cat?"
Because he said he thought Cat was heckling him and stuff. So he knew that he knew that part,
Yeah,
but he didn't know
that's
why.
what I'm saying. I'm saying he was heckling him. He felt that he was heckling him, but he's the one that sent him. That's like giving you a shit pie. It's laughing because you bit it.
Again, I'm not talking about that part. The question was, what about what Brandon said? Not what Cat said. Everybody keeps focusing on what was Cat saying. We're not talking about what Cat is saying. I'm talking about what Brandon T. Jackson is saying out of his mouth.
Then he shouldn't have done it. He had a choice.
Okay, Phil, what you say, Phil?
Sometimes you make your bed and you gotta lay in it. But and sometimes you make your bed, you lay in it, and it's just uncomfortable. Don't mean it's not a good bed, it's just uncomfortable. So, I mean, some shit you gotta make your decision and determine what is that decision worth to you, And if that motherfucker say they wave $1 trillion check in his face, and I don't know.
He said 3 trillion. So
3 trillion. I'm gonna tell you right now, and I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Think of me what you want, man. I know me. I'm comfortable with me. I'm comfortable with my niggishness. But if you wave a $3 trillion check in front of me, man, I'm gonna let you know. When I'm gone, that $3 trillion gonna be taking my grandkids, care of my grandkids, and they ain't gonna give a damn about me wearing a dress for a couple days. So let's be honest about this shit. We sitting there talking about what we won't do, man. I can't be bought, but I can sure as hell be rented for a little while.
Hey, that's right. Look, and that's our job. Why do we get we actors and actresses and comedians? That's our job to be in character. Why do we go through so much flack about us just being in character? Something Denzel Washington was saying, I mainly talked about this yesterday, and I think there's some things you will or won't do. Because remember, it was a couple of months ago back, we shared it on the show when Denzel Washington was talking and giving his master class, and he was talking about a line or in a movie that they thought was funny. He was going to be the unkillable nigger, something like that. It was like, we're going to hang you by the tree and then hang you by a tree, but you ain't going to die. And he was like, no, I don't think that's funny. He said, oh, that'd be funny, right? So he said, would it be funny if you told a bunch of Jewish people that they're gonna get into the shower and then you switch it and put them in a gas chamber? Is that funny? And then
is that funny at his level now, or is that funny at his level when he was first starting out?
This is Denzel. He's saying it's not funny on any level.
The conversation is different when you got $100 million opposed to you having $10,000. The conversation is totally different. The way you look at the damn conversation.
That was when he first started out.
Well, he was saying that he was setting up precedents
after Training Day.
Actor he's gonna be in Hollywood. It's like when they see what type of person you're gonna be, they don't bother you. Denzel's a serious actor. And I seen him in a couple of comedies like The Mighty Quinn, and that really wasn't even funny. With Robert Townsend, a long time ago, The Mighty Quinn. I don't know if y'all remember that, but I've never seen him in it.
That was my movie.
The Mighty Quinn that he had put on a dresser. And see, Denzel, I guess he set up in Hollywood. This is me. This is what I'm going to do. There's a lot of people they don't bother. It seems like they go for the comedic court jester type people all the time. That get the flack.
And if that's what we was back in, and that's what we 500 years ago, that's what the fuck we would have been as comedians. Court jester.
Shucking and jiving. We'd have been on
I ain't
the
saying all that, but that's
we the ancestors of court jester.
Huh?
We'd have been.
We I mean, being a comedian, like you're the ancestor of a court jester, because the court jester was the niggas that started it all. And actually, back then, the court jester was one of the few people that could say shit to the king and get away with shit. A lot of times they judged him because they judged the king on. They could tell what kind of ruler he was on how he reacted to the court jesters, because the court jesters would say some shit, and the king was like, all up in his business and all that. The people didn't really fuck with the king, but the king had a good sense of humor, could take a joke. Usually they consider him a good king. So being a court jester or now comedian, like I said, we the last truth tellers, and that's what it means being a comedian. In our community, it's just I don't know. We because we're black, that's why the whole dress thing come about, and it goes back to history. Like if we wasn't black, nobody would give a damn about the dress. But because we are black, in the history with slavery and them forcing homosexuality on people and stuff like that during slavery, we don't usually jive with that shit well. It worked for Martin. That was funny in the movie, but like I said, Brandon didn't need to do that movie. That movie was not actually warranted, honestly. But to each his own, though. I'm like Phil, $1 trillion for my family and me doing well, man. I'm gonna give you my sizes. My waist size. I said the length of my dress. At least I'm gonna pretend this be the most masculine dress we ever seen. Everyone is even a dress. But
I been dressed for muscles. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's our community, and I love Dave Chappelle, and he said he never wore a dress, but then I found a footage. He had the dress on. So
that's not Dave.
That wasn't Dave?
No, that wasn't Dave.
Who was it?
I don't know, but that wasn't Dave.
Did you see it?
If you go back and look at some of Dave's old comics when he was younger, that is not Dave.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Did you see it?
Yeah, he was round up. They were doing some type of commentary with this a couple white guys and him. That's not Dave.
The person
That is not
it
Dave.
was like this in the dress and with earrings but bald head. That wasn't him.
That's not Dave. That's the guy that played
Yep,
Peaches.
that was not.
On
That's
Low Down
not
Dirty
Dave.
Shame.
That's some skit. That is not
That's the guy
Dave.
that played Wayman on Low Down Dirty Shame. Look at him. Look at that again. That's not Dave.
I will. But you see, this is what I'm talking about right here. See that shit on there? The commentary was Dave Chappelle. We found him in the dress. See, this is why I don't really care for the internet too much. You can't. There's nobody to say, hey, hold somebody accountable. That's why I really don't listen much on the internet or pay attention, because shit like that. Now here I am, like I found this because I saw it, but honestly, I didn't see what I thought I saw. So this is why I don't like the internet. This is the exact reason why.
You got to go back and do the research, because if you knew that was Wayman, if you knew that, you would have said, "Oh, that's Wayman. That ain't Dave Chappelle. That's Wayman from Low Down Dirty Shame."
But in real, hold on, in real time, like with people like me with real lives, when I don't have time to go researching every time I see some shit, when some, especially honestly, a lot of these subjects that we're talking about really bullshit, because like who give a fuck? Like honestly, I don't. So there's no need for me to take time in my life for me to go look deep to find out was that Dave Chappelle or not. So when the shit pop up, that's what happened. But honestly, this does nothing for me in my life, honestly. So sorry I didn't do the research on that. There's something more important, maybe.
Well, I have nothing but time on my hand right now, so
know.
I get to research all of it little dumb shit.
Look,
We'll help each other.
There's a picture floating around, and the caption said Red Fox has a 20-year younger wife, or whatever. And there's a picture of Red Fox and the family up there. But if you look closely, because this is only for the young people that don't know, Red Fox used to have a show with him, Della Reese. Look at the actors on there. That's Lorenz Tate in that picture. That's not Red Fox family. That's the picture of the cover of one of his sitcoms back in the day, back in the early 80s. Now, if you wasn't born back then, you don't remember that show, and you come along now, you gonna say, "Oh, damn, that's Red Fox, and that's his 20-year younger wife, and that's his kids." It's because they put caption up there to throw us off. That's
clickbait
of him doing
clickbait.
what you call,
Yeah.
doing what you call. And I'm like, but if you don't know no better, you would say that's Red Fox and his wife. That's Red Fox and Della Reese. That's the characters in that show, and the Lorenz Tate and all the other people. But just like with Dave Chappelle and Wayman, see, because you don't remember Wayman, so you were like, "Oh damn, that's a young Dave Chappelle. That's Wayman from Low Down." Look up Low Down Dirty Shame. They that's what they did. Clickbait. They always playing and confusing. And people can't separate what's true and what's fictional.
That's why I don't really care too much for shit when I see it. Like it's a lot of clickbait people on here trying to just get attention and get views. And that's why some of these subjects we be talking about, I'd be like, we got to find something better, because even this whole dress subject is nonsense. We already know our culture of homophobic people. So
why? But we're talking about why.
Why the dress?
That's the question.
Well, it's Hollywood. Let's keep it real. It's Hollywood. Everything is make believe. They want, is acting, is playing, is theater. So, if you dress, this is the same nigga that dressed as a half goat in a movie. So he putting on the dress couldn't be nothing different to me. I'm just saying he was a half goat in another movie. Now where all the satanic people at, all the people saying he was dressed as, you know what I mean? So he just screwed up after that dress situation. I don't know, it got in his head. Dude, you supposed to keep pushing on because other people who did it and they kept it moving. So I'm saying, like me personally, I'm not about to run to no dress or nothing, but look, if you talking the right dollars, me and my family, and me doing something better for my people, hey man, but I ain't gonna be off no, everything each his own, pretty much. I can say this shit in the opportunity come, I probably be like, hell no. So I don't know, but to each his own. But like Phil said, man, that $1 trillion gonna feed my family, whatever. Nigga, I'll tell you my dress ass. I'm just saying.
We were seeing a satanic movie. You said he was. What you said? Well,
this is how the internet gets low right here. No, Brandon T. Brandon T. Jackson was in the movie.
I know you talking about Percy
He was
Jackson
actually in Percy Jackson. What you say?
and the Lightning
Yeah,
Thief.
right. Percy
And
Jackson.
he didn't play.
He was in Percy Jackson and the it was Percy
Lightning
Jackson.
Thief.
It was a Greek mythology movie that they put out some years back. That was one of his breakout movies, and he was in there as a
sayer. They called him a sayer.
sayer, right? I have goat and half man. He had horns and everything. So I'm just saying.
But a satyr isn't satanic. That's the Greek mythology. That's part of their.
Yeah, no. And some people, have you ever used that same satyr as one of the looks of the devil? That's one of his looks. So that's what they also say. So you say satyr, which is the safest way with the Greeks, but Africans and other people don't see it that way. So no. Man, half goat and half horns. That's
there was a what do you call the half man that's half horse and
a
half
centaur.
man? That was minotaurs.
That's yeah, exactly.
The bull people. There's a
Yes,
lot of that.
it's different than a half goat.
Well, he wasn't playing no evil character, no thing like that. But I guess you got to do.
That's what you say, right?
Digging in. That's the Greek mythology. I'm not Greek. I just read a lot of the books and stuff like that. Of different Norse gods like Odin. I just read a lot of stuff or studied a lot of different stuff what they believe in. But that's neither here nor there. But like you were saying. But I just wanted to say, you said where are the satanic people at? I'm like, wait a minute. What?
Well, no, Reese, it was figure of speech saying that, no matter what you don't like what you do, somebody always not gonna like it. No matter what it is, that's just human nature. Like I always tell people, I don't get involved when you say, man, this person don't like you. If you don't tell me you don't like me or got a problem with me, I have no problem with you. And I think you got no problem with me. Even if I know you got a problem, but you don't say it to me, I'm going to always carry it like, I don't know nothing because guess what? That's your problem. You're the only one stressing when you see me. So I don't get into that. Everybody's not going to like you. Everybody's not going to like what you do. But that's not your place. You wasn't born here for you. So.
That's true. And we all know that in the comedy world, like I said, I'm cool with everybody, but a lot of people may not be cool with me for whatever reason. And I don't want to know about it. I don't. I'm like you. I don't care. We can't hear you, Boubacar. What? No.
And I'm going to catch y'all up to what I've been peeping.
I mean, I'm a conspiracy theorist to a degree. Like when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, wow, all these brothers gotta wear a dress. That's happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin. Yeah. The movie's going good. So I walk in the trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here. They come in. The writer comes in. I think he's the writer. He's like, Dave, listen, you got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail. So he disguises you as a prostitute. And he put this dress on. And, what? A prostitute? No, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that. That should have been in the discussion. What? You don't feel comfortable with it? I mean, it's hilarious, man. All the greats have done it. So, well, if all the greats have done it, it's kind of hacky, right? You're right. So why don't we just not do it? I don't feel comfortable with it. Dress. Oh, come on, Dave. We got it all set up. We're supposed to shoot. Every minute you waste costs this much money. No, the pressure comes in. He said, I'm not wearing no dress, man. I'm funnier than the dress. Just give me something funny to say. I don't need wear no dress to be funny. Am I Milton Berle? We're going like this. And then finally he's like, and he leaves. And then like the director comes, Dave, it really would be great if you wear the dress. What is wrong? What is this, Brokeback Mountain in here? So wear the dress. I don't want to wear the dress. I want to wear this dress. You know what I mean? This is, oh gosh, it's so difficult. They leave. Now the producers comes, come on, David would be so great. I mean, and then I started thinking about it. All the comics that I've seen, man, you know, strong brothers, why they putting us in these dresses? But the minute it was clear, I was adamant, I'm not wearing a dress. I'm not wearing the dress. All right, fine. Think of something else. That comes back 10 minutes later. The whole new scene. Hot damn, how did you write the scene so fast? You know, it's like, so you got to take a stand.
That means that they had that script already prepared right there.
Now, he said you got to take a stance. Now, what I hear him saying is that don't put me in a dress to take all the attention from me being comedically funny from my satire where everybody just looking and laughing at the dress part. Let me say some stuff. Let me do what I do and tell my jokes and be funny. Then that's what I think he was saying. Like when Lee, for example, use Lee. Lee is a comedian. She stand up, do her thing. But when she came out there with a dress, Lee didn't have to say nothing. The crowd laughed, and for 3 minutes, they just laughed at Lee standing up there in a dress. And she didn't have to say no words.
What the hell did Lee have on a dress? And where was I at?
I don't know why. I don't know.
Just show volume on your phone.
There's volume on my phone. I can hear you.
Okay, but we couldn't hear you.
Oh, I don't know why.
No, what I was saying was Lee had on the dress. They laughed. They asked.
They made me wear a dress.
Wait a minute. Can I finish? They laughing at Lee. Lee didn't say no words, didn't tell not one joke. She just stood there and they just laughed her whole bit. She didn't have to tell a joke. So I'm thinking what Dave Chappelle is saying is that I'm above putting on this dress satire. Let me have some lines. Give me some words to say. And I think, you know, sometimes stuff get muddied in the waters. You know, props. Like y'all call me a prop comedian because you're laughing at what I'm pulling out instead of laughing at what I'm saying. I write some funny shit too. But you so busy looking at the props, you're not listening to the jokes. And I think that's what he was trying to say. Go ahead, Boo Boo. What was you saying?
Well, first of all, I can't believe they don't make Lee sell out and wear a dress. This is terrible. I believe this is a conspiracy. Now they don't. Lee, what happened to you? I think you was holding on, soldier. When was this? Lee was in the dress. And where's the picture? I gotta keep this on my wall. I'm just saying.
That was my idea.
I feel like that crow on Dumbo. I don't see nobody everything.
I got
never seen Lee in the dress.
I need to see it.
Yeah.
I got the picture.
Please send it to me. But yeah, man, look, man. At the end of the day, we are comedians, but we're entertainers. So if you don't feel that dress is for you, let it go. But you wear it as a joke. I'm not going to judge you. That's the problem. Everybody spends so much time on everybody else. They're not even honing on their craft. Half of these people talk shit. Look at their career. Cat out there talking shit because he can. He doing his thing. But at the same time, I ain't seen Cat in a minute either. So some people might say, hey, you know, that's his way of coming back. His perception. But do your thing, man. I don't, you know, we live in a society, man, especially as Black people, we are just so, you know, homophobic on everything, man. Like, so any wrong gesture, that nigga gay. Anything this, you know, shit that, you know, I mean, it's just like, I think we gotta get beyond that. But he has a point. If you feel as though like this is gonna mess your career up or is going against your values and shit, step away from it. You know, stay in your business. But to each his own.
Yeah, to each his own. And Lee, was in the dress.
Absolutely, you have a choice.
That was the Illuminati. Illuminati made that made these wear that dress, y'all. I'm gonna just put it out there so Lee don't have to tell you later on in the stories. The Illuminati approached Lee about the dress. Lee took it, and I guarantee next week she'll be in the movie.
She might.
What was it? What was her name again? What you say her name was? What you say her name was? The who?
Illuminati.
The Illuminati.
I gotta go to my 12.
Only way I put on it's got to be about a woman for me to put a dress on. So, how many of y'all guys have ever dressed up for your women?
I will.
You know, a lot of men they play dress up with their women and for free.
My wife would never think I'm attractive in anything of hers.
How many times?
My wife,
how many times with your
wife would literally oust me.
Baby, I could.
Never.
Most black women, they're not into that, baby. I'm sorry. That's just black women are not attracted by that. They are not turned on by that shit. I'm sorry.
Hey, some women like to play dress up with their men, and some men love to wear their pantyhose.
Oh, I'm sure. After the whole.
That's disturbing as hell.
Tell them there's a quote unquote man that's trying to sue me. And
I'm
Bubba
just
saw the
saying.
message last night. Did you not read it? And this
What
is
happened?
saying. You remember last night that dude sent me that message?
Well, I forgot what he said.
The message that he texted me, and I said, Bubba Cow, what is this saying? The man
I forgot, but it was crazy. I think they wanted to get down with you or do something with you. It was some. Yeah. Who was texting you that?
Some freak that claimed
In the audience?
Not in the audience, no. Somebody.
Oh.
You know.
Because you had pulled out the gag ball earlier, so I figured maybe that's where that was coming from. Somebody that was there, or something.
Bubba Cow, remember we did that show with the dude that had on the skirt?
Oh, yeah, how about this? I did a show with him last night. After I left Reese, I went to Fairuz. When I went to Fairuz, he was there. That's David.
I missed you. I missed you. I just left.
Oh my God.
I know, Lee. They told me. They say some girl. It was like some girls here. She was funny, and I'm like some girl. Who's a young girl they talking about? She was funny as shit, but she left, and it was for money. First of all, I don't do contests, and I told her I don't do contests.
Who won?
It would have been you or me, but it would have been you. Actually, because they told me she was funny as shit. My man was like, he's like, it would be you or her, but I think it was her because she was funny as shit, but she left. And I was some girl. I was like, girl, what girl? Now I found out it's Lee. Then I told what that's what I'm like, he said Lee.
He ain't been a girl yet.
That made it sound like it was some young girl or some shit. Lee over there probably with a damn wig on faking to be young last night with them cheeks.
Oh no.
To cut down
Oh no. I know wig and nothing like that.
Oh no, but they did say yeah she was gay, so I was like, okay, then maybe. But they didn't say like she was. They didn't say you, Lee. How the hell they know your name? You always over there.
No, I'm not always over there.
Who won?
Oh, Carlton Morrell. It went down to it went to overtime between me and him. And but the thing is, what I did right, they didn't let the crowd choose. The crowd chose the first time, it was a tie. The second time, the DJ got to choose. And the DJ was a fat nigga. No offense, Phil. And so of course he gonna go with another fat nigga. So everything happens like, hey man, it would look. Oh, I was pretty much. That's what it was. The DJ was heavy set. I wasn't heavy set, so he chose the other heavy set nigga. Cause even Carlton looked at me like, huh? But it's all good. I understand. Next time I need to bring some girth when I come to a show. The fat DJ who might choose everything at the end of the day. Because the crowd was like, hey, you know.
We got the beast in the house. Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm late. I had to work. I did want to just
So Bubba Cow, you telling me
You sound.
What's up?
You the one.
You sound real loud.
That's what I wanted to hear.
All right.
Now, they say you was funny as hell, Lee. Because when I got there, Carlton was telling all of them, "Fuck you." I know I'm funny.
That's talking.
Yeah, so that's what I know. I'm like, man, look. But once again, it was a bunch of comedians, 1 or 2 people that wasn't. But it was, you know, what I mean. So I have fun. Personally, I go out there to try new shit and have fun. Usually, I don't like these competitions because usually there's some type bias to it, and not saying me against personally because something I'm not, and I'm still saying this bias because I can see it.
That's why I don't do them, man. I don't do competitions.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it again because it wasn't fair that at the end you say is a final death is me and Carlton. We both go up there and do jokes, and then you say, "Nah, I gotta go," so you leave it to the DJ, and the DJ say, "Yeah, I'm gonna go with him. Go with Big Boy." And nigga, you another big boy. You can't tell the bias. So I was like, "This is fucked up." Cause my man next to me looked at me crazy, and I'm like, "I don't know either, dog." So
no, what? No, I didn't know it was a contest at first.
I didn't know either.
What she did was she gave him a box. Just in case there was a tie, she gave him a box that he had to go through and look and see if they. I don't know what was in the box, but she had to go. It was a gong.
That nigga ain't look at nothing. He said, "I gotta go home." Southern Death, he gonna make the decision. That's what he did. He said, "Southern Death, I'm gonna make the decision because I gotta go home, not wait on the crowd to do it." That now I don't. That's why I don't have these fake ass competitions around here. When you leave it not up to the crowd, I think with the crowd, they never say, "Oh, let the Sandman or let Steve Harvey make the decision." So when you leave it up to a panel, 1 or 2 people or one person, out of here, man. It's always some type of bullshit bias, man. And that blew me last night because I was like, I actually said a fucking joke, and Carlton came out. He said whatever. He was like himself was like, "Yeah, whatever." But then you say, "Oh, I gotta go. Give it to Big Man." I'm like, nigga, you didn't even put a thought in it or even let the people make the decision. I was like, man, I know that's why I don't do these competitions around here, man. My wife always tell me that. I don't know why you. I'm like, I don't.
Man, fuck those competitions.
Yeah, man, it's bullshit. Like real talk. Look at my work. Are you serious? Are you even listening? Like you look, pay attention to the crowd. Like, are you serious? But anyway, it is what it is.
I did a competition. The motherfucker told me that I won, but he had to vote for the other guy because that was his ride home. I'm like, that a bitch.
Yeah, I did it. Wait a minute, that's true. I was in a competition years ago at the Baltimore Comedy Factory. Everybody said that I should have won. Everybody did. Yeah, I should have won, right?
That's dirty.
Come to find out they had to give it to the owner's nephew or some, they gave it to this little white guy and he won. This little white guy to come, and then everybody was like, how? And even the guy that did the decision, he was like, Reese, it was only by 1 vote. He was like, you were funny out there, but we got to give it to him. Come to find out.
Same thing in Magoobies. Same thing in Magoobies, man. I was supposed to get number 4. They threw me up at number 1 in front of 8 people. And even after the show, everybody was like, yo, man, you was funny as hell. One of the dudes that got up there, he was crumb. And only reason got up because he run the room. The other 2 dudes was decent, and like even asked Erkenberg, he's like, yeah, sure, you should have been up there. And the crowd even said it, but because of politics with the movies, they chose Slim to go up there. And when he went up there, only 3 people clapped for that nigga, and them the 3 people he brought with him.
Yep, that same thing years ago at Baltimore Comedy Factory before they moved it. This is back when they was at the Rams Head back then when I was down there in Baltimore. That's when you had to go upstairs to get to the Comedy Factory. That's one of the last places Paul Mooney played before he died. But this was way back then, and everybody in the room was black except for the people that came with the white dude. Right? It was one of them the bringer things. Everybody was black, even the people I didn't bring. Right? Everybody at the end of the night said, "How did he win? You should have won." Because they said, we know we voted for the table full of black people. The man said, because we know we all voted for you. And I just shook my head. I don't know. And then the guy said that it was close. It was only 1 vote that separated you. And I'm like, really?
It's bullshit. A lot of time it's politics. They be trying to, even I think some of these rooms, they will get some crummy ass others to come in there and go over some better comedians just so they can have whatever type room, a mixed room or whatever. Look, man, if I'm gonna get good comedians, I'm gonna get good comedians come in. If especially it's a damn showcase, man. No matter what color you are, if you a white person, you better be funny. You a black person, you better be funny. Latino, everything. Not just have some decent, not even just decent. Some of us ain't funny just because they are other. And so you put them on there. And I like some of these rooms, man. They like for real. They crummy, man. They real crummy. They're not. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of talent out here. I ain't just talking about me, man. I see some good talent out there. People overlook because of little clicks, or either I must keep my room this way so not too many black people I can have up here. That's that bullshit, and be surprised. That's a nigga saying that shit. That's a black person saying that. And I'm like, yo, are you fucking serious? Yeah, look, man, screw that. If they gotta be all black, I have all black. As long as they funny. If it's all white, funny people, and no funny black people, it would be that way.
Let Phil say something. But when you Phil, what you say, Phil? You was saying something what Bubakar was saying. We can't hear Phil.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I can hear you.
Now we can. Yeah, I mean, somebody told me that it was white room. Well, a nigga told me this in a way. Talking about I scared the white people. I'm like, what the fuck you mean I scared the white people? Shit, that was what I went up there for.
See,
Shit.
you and Bubakar better stop scaring white people, Phil. You big black, and Bubakar big black, y'all scaring the white people because you're too black.
Motherfucker asked me, would you do those jokes down south? I'm like, hell yeah, I've done them down south. Shit.
Man, first of all, if you come to my show, you know me. I don't attack white people. I'm just doing me. And second of all, if you see my shows every Friday and Saturdays at Moonlight, my audience is majority mixed or majority white. So, but then when you have dudes that say stuff like that and always cautious because of my complexion or me being the way I am, when I speak, you know, I speak with authority, and sometimes I'm a little loud because that's who the fuck I am. And it's how I do my comedy. That being said, you are the only white person that's scared. Not, and that's a black person I'm talking about. Because these people are not. They find my shit funny. I know for a fact because I've been doing it. I do it every weekend. I have a mixed audience, different type audience. Others, one time I had almost an all Pakistani, Middle Eastern audience. They laugh. So I don't, you know, people like that, they always, there's a reason why they don't want you around. Either you funnier than them and they don't want to be overshadowed or whatever. It's just always nonsense. Some people feel like, oh, you think you this and that, and which is stupid. You know what I'm saying? If I'm helping your room, why are you gonna get mad? If somebody funny, you come in my room, I know you funny, you gonna be in my room because guess what? I want return customers. I want clients. I want people to come back, not just to keep seeing the same crummy people I put up here because these my homeboy. I'm not gonna do that, man. There's a lot of talent out here. Let people do their thing. It's comedy, man.
And you know what else I don't like? Maybe it's just me.
Hey.
I don't like how you go to a room and you wait to be placed up. They tell you to pick a number, but somebody come in because they know the people and they bump you out of your slot. If I was there all day and I'm waiting, I've been there, and then you put me on last. I was there when you first opened. So if I'm there when you first open, how do I go on last if I'm not requested? I'm requested to go on earlier. But you keep getting bumped. I ain't gonna say where it was at, but we kept getting bumped. Me and the people that was there, we kept getting bumped because people was walking in. And I was like, how does that work?
Sometimes it's either they think you're, you know, the other people funnier than you, or there's a homeboy they need to hurry and go on.
Or they don't know you.
Or they might find you to be super funny and they want to hold you for last. So if a crowd is still there, they thought you was funny. They knew they was gonna keep you funny. But if they know majority of the shows that shit thins out at the end and they've been holding you, yeah, you've been getting bumped. That's it. But if this is a place that always keep a crowd and they kept you for last, nah, that might be respect. But if this joint always known for thinning out towards the end and they kept you that long, either they didn't think you was funny or they just thought that they had to put their people on.
Or they don't know you. No,
they don't know you. They don't. It could be all, Off variety of things.
Hey, just like it happened to me. Someone told me, Lee, you can't be funnier than the host.
Bullshit.
I said, what?
That
Every time
is
you go
the
up there,
dumbest
you act
thing.
like you're doing a show, and you can't be funnier
That
than
is
the
the
host.
dumbest thing for somebody to tell you. But you know what, though? Some
And they
people are
held
like
me
that.
to the, wait a minute, and they held me to the end of the show when there was 3 people in there. Each time they held me.
Hey,
Oh,
y'all,
I
I
know
gotta
where
get
you
ready
at.
to bounce.
I know where you was
I
at.
gotta get about it. I gotta get to work. All right, I'll holler at y'all later.
All right, Bill. Share the
And
paycheck.
then,
All right.
and then I started not going there because I stopped going for a minute, and I started going other places, and I got a phone call. They said, where you at? I said, I'm on my way back from DC. So there's some people here to see you, people there to see me. There was 12 people standing out there waiting on me to get there. And I was so overwhelmed, I couldn't even perform right. I couldn't believe I had fans. For real. Made it warmed my heart. Huh?
Nah, can y'all hear me? Is my mic better now, or it's still messed up?
Yes, it's much better. Hey, Kenny.
It's much better. All right.
Mine is too. My mic is turned down.
So I just wanted to say something about what y'all was talking about earlier. We talked about this on Dad Mentality when the whole Cat Williams things broke down. And one of the things I said is that we as a culture always attack each other, and that's something we need to stop doing. Just because somebody wore a dress, nobody. So I got some facts. You know how I love my facts. So we're going to talk about white people who have worn dresses in movies and this, that, and the other. And I want you to hear this list. This list, of course, has the late, great Robin Williams and Mrs. Doubtfire that everybody knows and seen. Okay? This list also has Tom Hanks on it in a movie called Bosom Buddies. It also has Patrick.
It wasn't a movie.
I mean, the
correct you.
sitcom.
It was
The
a
sitcom. Yeah, I got you. But he wore a dress. Also has Patrick Swayze and Tu Wong Fu. Also
and
has
Patrick Swayze, Wesley Snipes, and John Leguizamo. All 3 of them.
Exactly. Also has Kurt Russell in Tango and Cash, Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future 2, Johnny Depp in Before the Night Falls, John Travolta in Hairspray, Arnold Schwarzenegger in Junior. These are all great actors that we all know made millions of dollars, this, that, and the other, and they all wore a dress, and nobody's down in them. You don't see their culture coming up now saying, "Oh, right. I'm not wearing a dress."
That's their culture that started this. It started back in the Greeks and Rome. All the entertainers were men.
Yeah, we're men, 100%.
So
also in their culture, in Greek culture, you can be bisexual. Majority, Alexander the Great was bisexual. A lot of those, all of them was bisexual. That was part of their thing. So,
but just to get to my point is that we as a people, we find something every time. It doesn't matter. Whatever, we always find something. All our great performers, all this, what you call is always something. Oh, he abuses his wife. Oh, this person does this. Oh, this person does that. Instead of celebrating the greatness that we do, I'm gonna be honest with you. Shanae is one of my favorite characters of all time in Martin. Like, there's not one time when I was laughing my ass off at Shanae was I thinking anything less of Martin. Why should anybody else? Like, why? Why do we do that? And that's just my opinion. Like, it don't matter. Like, and I heard Bubakal say, like, look, man, if the bag right, I'll give him out dress sizes too. I'd be like, shit, go ahead, check my breast. What's my breast cup? Whatever, if the bag is right, you know what I'm saying? You talking about life-changing money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're setting up for your family and this, that, and the other. So yeah. Now I'm not running around going to do it on Tuesday night at Martini's. Not to say that you can if you want to, but if the money ain't all the way up there that I'm, it's worth it. The juice got to be worth the squeeze. So I mean, you got to say that. But but if somebody does decide they want to wear a dress, I mean, this nigga's doing it for free now. You can go to DC and find a nigga wearing a dress now. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what the question was. They're saying, like, let me break it down like this. They're saying that in our culture we wear it and it's not good to portray the black men and masculinity. Now it's just like somebody that is healthy. We grew up on slave food. They call it poor food, whatever. So now when you eat it, you get ridiculed and say, oh, you shouldn't eat this, you shouldn't eat that. It's harming you. Some people feel the same way. You shouldn't wear a dress. It's sending off the wrong message. It's harming the future generation because they're confused. They don't know or whatever. That's where the rub is. But it's only in, like you said, in our black community. Well, it's relevant because we were taught in our black community to tear each other down. That's where we are. So whether you tear me down with comedy, whether you tear me down with my food, whether you tear me down or ostracizing me because what I choose to look like or who I choose to sleep with, it's constantly that. And we are constantly eating each other.
Molly said, I guess it's cool to wear blackface too. If it's cool to wear the dress, this is Molly said.
You know,
blackface is different because you're attacking a race. Wearing a dress,
exactly, it's more specific, right?
Yeah,
that's more generalized.
Now, if I get up and I dress like Reese and pretend to be Reese, then I'm attacking her. That's something more specific. Now, if I just wear a dress and I'm some character I made up, then that's me doing a character. But if I am deliberately attacking a person, then that's different. That's different. If I dress up and I'm attacking a person, it's different. And that's what blackface is. You're attacking a race. You're attacking something specific. Now, you know, if you're not, it all depends on what you're doing too. So, I mean, like it's a comedian out there said, well, shit, it's okay if we in Afghanistan and I'm the whitest person out here and we doing a night mission for me to put on blackface. You'll be painting me up because you don't want them to see me and y'all get shot at. So I mean, you know, it's different. Dressing up as a woman is not attacking all women. That's not it either. Because you're not attacking. You know, you're not attacking.
Not attacking the woman. They're saying that when the men dress up as women, it's attacking the masculinity of a man.
No, I'm just reading what Marlon put in the comments.
Black man. Specifically a black man. Because nobody said anything about others on here. They only said black men.
Oh, I didn't
they
see
only
the
said black
comment.
men.
Yeah, I was reading the comment.
Okay,
let me say. You saying black men? So I guess the Rock don't count, huh? Didn't the Rock play a whole gay guy in a movie, and he was bedazzled? And nobody said nothing about that. The Rock played a whole gay guy.
What movie?
I didn't see him play gay guy.
Yeah, what was it? Shampoo? What was it? Shampoo?
He had a
That wasn't the Rock.
He played a whole gay guy.
He had an afro.
That was not the Rock.
You want that?
Wait, so
that was the Rock.
Yeah, he did because it was the name of the movie was called
That's
Get Shorty. The name of the movie was Get Shorty. We had the afro, and he was a great bodyguard. He was the muscle.
No, what I was trying.
And
what's my
and the other one was when he was a hairdresser.
I didn't see that one. I didn't see
when
that.
He was a hairdresser in this other one.
This must have been Tubi before Tubi, because I don't know none of this.
The hairspray, hairspray.
Called Get Shorty. He played the bodyguard.
Yeah. Rock was in that movie?
No, I'm talking about The Rock.
The Rock was in that movie.
I'm talking when he played the hairdresser. He was the gay guy.
Well, he would also play the gay bodyguard in Get Shorty. I'm telling you the name of the movie. What was it?
Okay, I'm just saying.
What's that white dude?
I mean, hold up. Keyword. Let me ask you guys. Are these actors we talking about?
Actors, yes.
Okay, so I don't understand what's the confusion. Keyword actors.
Okay. What he was saying was that we're always pointing fingers at our own versus pointing fingers at the other.
I get that. No, Lee. I'm with that. I get that. But my point is, at the end of the day, We're talking about actors, entertainers.
Comedians are actors too.
Now, it's like we are our own bullet in our foot. We are. Somebody's climbing up on. I mean, like I said, if they're doing some wild out of hand, yeah. But if a mother played, keyword played, acted, acting on a movie. What that? I mean, what are you saying? That's who they are, character? Because none of these people we talking about, none of us can step up to and talk shit to them like this little bitch.
No,
we're not.
What I'm saying is, if they're gonna get at everybody for wearing a dress, like Martin and all the rest of them wearing a dress, then us as black people, we're always pointing the finger. Oh, that's gay, that's wrong, that's wrong. But the other side, they make their money and no one says anything.
Because we don't care.
I'm still doing the show.
We don't care. You mean they don't care.
We really feel we are the police of our own. So that's what it is. They do whatever the hell ever. White man dressed as Jesus and a monkey. Nobody care. But one of us do something, we will burn that person. That's the problem.
That's what I'm saying.
We all say the same thing.
And burn them.
Yeah, that's what we're all saying. When I said we eat each other, dog eat dog world.
I'm with you. I'm not confused. I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not confused. I'm with you.
I'm just saying, no one said anything about The Rock in his movies, but they talk about everything that's brown skinned in movies if we wear a dress.
But also, though, Lee, I'm gonna say this, Lee. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Not until that movie they did was that movie is a documentary they did by Black and White, and then they start showing all the people in the industry that are mixed. I didn't know Rock was black. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I did not know. Hell no, I didn't know. I thought that nigga was Italian or something. I did not know.
Not Vin Diesel, but The Rock. Because Vin Diesel, he was questionable. But The Rock.
Both of them. I didn't know Vin Diesel was black either. I didn't know The Rock was black. I didn't know Slash from Guns N' Roses was black. All these people was just coming out, and I was like, wow, I did not know. Having sex scene with men too, not just wearing dresses. They're kissing men and more. Where did The Rock kiss somebody? Or where did Martin kiss somebody? Where did any of these people kiss somebody?
If y'all let me talk, I'll say something. But y'all gonna handpick who did what. Will Smith.
Yeah.
Will Smith fucked the whole man in the movie. Chris Tucker. A lot of these dudes, they kissing each other. And it ain't just wearing a dress. Some of them having gay scenes and having scenes when they sleeping with men. And that's okay for some people, I guess. But all this started when they had to force their own men to wear dresses. The white culture, because they didn't have women to act. So when they started to have women to act, they allowed the women to play the girl scenes. But before that, the men did, and they dressed like that. But black men, we didn't do that. When we came in Hollywood, they still refused to let us be in movies. So they met white dudes with paint on their face, wear black faces, and we find that it's bad. But as you say, everybody say it's just acting. So it's like y'all pick one thing and say, well, it's just acting, just entertainment is okay for them to do it.
Yeah.
But when they do it, it's like, oh, they coming for our culture and they doing this. But it's the same thing. Y'all pretending to be a woman. Y'all pretending to be gay. If you're not gay, don't pretend to be gay. So it's just like how y'all attacking the culture, but y'all ain't attacking gay people. Y'all ain't attacking women for pretending to be women. I get it. Money can make these things happen. But even in these videos, they're not saying these men are gay for wearing dresses. They saying Hollywood forces them to do these things and they pay them and they career scribe after that. And some of these men refuse to do it. Like Dave Chappelle, he said, I refuse to do it. Some of these dudes refuse to, but even Mark, after he wore the dress, y'all like life was just good. They start saying he was a drug addict. He was running in the streets in Hollywood saying they trying to kill him ass naked. Brandon T. Jackson, he lost his kids and his family after when he was like they just fucking with him. So it ain't like they just wearing these dresses and life just scribe and they get this money. They life be fucked up. They don't get picked up for no other roles sometimes unless they wear a dress again. So it's like they lose they self. So it's like, and they coming on here saying that it's the people who wear the dress saying, I wish I never wore the dress. At that, I wish I never did this. And y'all still like, oh, well, if it was me, they telling y'all, I got the money. I wore the dress and this shit turned out to be bad. They can't pay me trillions of dollars now to do the same thing. That now I got this knowledge. But for some reason, as black people, we just ignore them like, well, we just hating on each other. No, they saying this and that for our culture. We can be funny without wearing the dress. And I believe all y'all can be funny without wearing a dress or doing all this crazy stuff, but that's what it takes, then it's okay. But I think that's what they try to send in the message, that once these guys wear dresses in Hollywood, they lose themselves. And so far, that's what it looked like.
I get that, but that's only few, dog. That's not the first time these niggas wear that, and I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying, but it's apples and oranges for you to say blackface because they didn't let us in there, and that's something totally different. That's racist. Now, when it comes, we can't help it. We can't help our color. Sexuality, that's your preference with being gay or whatever. That's a preference. Being black is not a preference. So you compare
a woman sees the same thing. You a man, but you try and portray to be a woman. You white, but you portraying to be black. What's the difference? You portray to be something that.
All right, you said before because they weren't women actors.
I'm also a scholar and I portray to be a drug dealer. I'm also this and I can portray to be that. So to me, it all goes in the same basket for me personally. I mean, it's me personally, it all goes in the same basket. Now I could choose not to portray a drug dealer. I could choose not to portray this.
Just like the smoke weed. That's why he ain't do the next Friday.
Exactly.
So and you can do that.
Yeah.
And his life been terrible ever since.
We have to do that. We keep wearing the dress and sleeping with men in movies, and we find it okay, even though these dudes.
Bro, who all slept with a man in the movie? That's the part I get. Some of that stuff, like I said, we talk about some comedies. There was no touching. There was nothing.
Will Smith did not even kiss that man in the movie.
He had a body double.
He pretended to do it, and I'm sure he didn't fuck him either if he didn't kiss him. So,
no, he didn't.
So therefore, all he did it'll be the same. You know, he pretended to have sex with the scene. That's something you have to agree to, though. You know, you read the script, and if it's in there, and if you're okay with doing it for the art or whatever the case may be, then that's still your decision. I shouldn't hate on you either way. I shouldn't hate on you whether you did it and whether you decided not to do it. I agree with both people on both sides because if you did it, that don't make you gay. That don't make you this. That don't make you that. That don't make you, if you did it, that don't make you sexist because you dress like a woman in a movie. That don't make you hate women. That don't make you do this. And if you decided not to do it, that don't make you anything. You are who you are, and you choose to be that every day when you wake
Will
up.
Smith. That's what I'm saying. If he don't do that role, he never be Will Smith. That's what y'all.
We don't know that. We don't know that. That's definitely good.
They telling y'all, Cat Williams saying
that was his first movie. Cat Williams is an entertainer.
Every role that Kevin Hart had, he
You tend to take one person and look at God.
Amen, y'all. But let him finish his point.
He literally said every role that he had, he turned down that Kevin Hart got. He know what came with it. It ain't just like, oh, you wear dress. It's other things that come behind those things, and that's why they turn down certain roles. And when them dudes get them certain roles, they blow up. Just think of one of them dudes that wore a dress that ain't big time stars, and think of the dudes who didn't wear a dress for some reason. They just struggling to make it out here.
Tom Hanks.
It might be funny.
Tom
That's a
Hanks.
guy. That's their culture.
Hey.
And
I'm
he
just saying.
kidnapped kids. That's what I'm saying. He into that type of world. He's on Epstein list. Name a person that's not on Epstein list that's hat.
I mean, but the thing about it, what was Epstein list? Epstein was a movie producer. Everybody in Hollywood should be on this list that's been to a party or something. So if anybody on the list went to a party, because now all of a sudden you did
Just
the
because
deed.
you on the list don't mean you a fucking kid.
Because I went to Molly party. I mean, I was on high on drugs, or I was doing this because I went to your party.
If I had a private island that was known for doing those things and only those things, then yeah. Even if you didn't do it, you affiliated with it. There's something where they said birds that flock together and all that. Yeah, it's the same thing.
So on that note, hold on.
Last week I went to
on that note, right? One second.
Party for a reason.
One second. On that note, so what you're saying is you're pretty much saying what the RICO law says. I'm a guy. I don't deal with drugs. I don't deal with nothing. But all my homeboys have been in that life. Every day they live in my neighborhood. I stop over there and speak to them because we all went to school together before I go in my house and do my chores or whatever, and go to bed or whatever. But I work, I'm a regular person. But because I stop and speak to them dudes, that means when they do the RICO,
see,
I
you
should
may
get locked
stop
up.
and speak to from partying. You're not gonna stop and speak to somebody on a whole island and just leave. Yes,
But
you
I'm
part
saying-
of it. That's why it's called a
Nah,
RICO.
bro, that's speculative, man. Because I hang with drug dealers. Don't mean I go to parties with drug dealers. All that don't mean I hustle. That don't mean I sell drugs.
Don't
Those
matter.
my
If you
friends.
locked up, your PO said you can't be around who. If you hang around who, they gonna lock you up. It don't matter.
People who is who the law who has been in the first place to get our black asses. So for you talking this perspective of a PO, this make no sense for me now. But before that, it has to be
you hang
law.
around gang bangers. That's why I brought it up. If you start bringing up other scenarios, I will have to stop making up other stuff for you. So the minute
So what's with the gangbangers?
you
You
brought
said
up
if I hang with
gangbangers, so
gangbangers?
I'm saying if you're a gangbanger, your parole officers let you know you can't be around other people that's on parole. You can't, or they'll lock you up. You can't do
Of
nothing.
course.
Somebody can lie and say something and they lock you up. If
But you said
can't be
if
around-
you're a gangbanger, that means I had to be a gangbanger first.
You mentioned
before for me to be that position. If I'm not never been a gangbanger, but I went to school with these people, but just because they're locking the gang up, I should get locked up because I be seen with these people. I go to party with these people,
Yes,
but
if
I do
you
no
drive-
gang
if
activity.
you drive the car to the grocery store and your friends running in and rob the store and you ain't know nothing about it and they hop in the car, you getting locked up too. It don't matter. You say, well, I didn't have no idea what they was doing. That's why it's called the RICO. They all go to jail. They don't say,
That's
"Oh,
a
you
different
had nothing."
scenario. You talking about you got in the car. Now you say, I know for a fact there's gonna be partying going on. Women, I'm going to a party,
You
not
explained
knowing
it
that
best.
this
It's called
party
the
be doing
RICO
extra.
law. You explained it best. They lock everybody up. You acting like they don't, even if you were just doing nothing. I know a dude that came home for 2 days and just because he went over people, he got locked up again. It's the RICO law. You explained it. That's how it is. You
That's the law, man. You talking about so far from the eye of the law. This was meant to get the Italian mob. This is not exactly. It's different now. We
still
talking about.
use
We talking. Pardon me,
They still use it.
bro. Like I said, it's apples and orange, man. I'm sorry, it's apples and orange to me.
Kitty said we need a debate team.
Well, that's why I come on here. You should be able to do that.
Hey, so it's all conversation, man. It's still love.
Yeah, but that's the whole premise of this show.
Debating.
That's the whole premise. Everybody don't look. Black people, we don't all have to feel the same, talk the same. Look, we are not a monolith, and that's my point all the time. That's why I make some of these points, because a lot of times everybody just go with the flow because this is what black people feel. This is what black people have. That's not me. I'm not just every black person. I'm me. So when I speak on my perspective, not just everybody else's. I give my perspective as a black man. So every black man ain't the same. We know, like how my brother saying over here.
Now, as a light-skinned black man, I'm afraid of you too when you're on stage. I just want to let you know that.
It's okay. It's no problem. As a dark-skinned black man, I'm always afraid when I see you standing next to a cop and pointing at me.
Yeah, I got you.
Just saying.
Oh, you just
I
said
think
cop.
that nigga.
And they only got
As
a
all
point.
y'all
Just be a
being
cop.
men, all of y'all need to be afraid of me.
Yeah, I'm definitely afraid of it.
Yeah, I'm definitely afraid too.
You all talk.
I would just
I'm not afraid of reading nothing. Read this all
I
talk.
don't know if y'all seen Tropic Thunder, but one year when it
Yeah.
came out, my favorite character was Robert Downey Jr. And
Playing a
everybody was
black
like,
man.
why would you like him? Because he a white man with blackface and black. That was that's still one of the funniest characters I ever found. I was like, why we so bad?
Oh, but that was different. That shit
Yeah,
was
that shit was
hilarious.
hilarious.
It was
White man
hilarious.
wasn't different
Because he was a white man playing a black man. Playing a black man. That's what made it funny, because he was a white man playing a black man playing a black man. Like
Right.
It wasn't like
And
the
deep in
whole
character.
time they made fun of the fact that he was white and said he was black. Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
I found
Yo, that shit was one of the funniest movies I ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
That movie, I need to, matter of fact, I'm about to pull that up and see it today again.
too, but remember, his character ended up being gay because he smacked him. He said, "I'm gonna tag you. I'm gonna tag you back."
And Jack Black like he'd do anything to get loose. But I found that was my favorite current. People was like, man, you shouldn't like that because he wearing blackface. And I brought up the fact that like men wear dress. you know, and they found it a problem. Like I just don't like that black people have they picks and choose. Like now, like y'all, it's okay for a man to wear a dress. I don't care if that's his preference. I'm just confused what happens after they wear dress. Like, why do they life just sometimes go fucked up? But what's the difference from a white man wearing blackface and y'all get mad? If it's just art, let it be art. If these white dudes want to wear blackface like Robert Downey Jr. and it happen to be funny, I'ma laugh. This dude wear dress and it happen to be funny, I'ma laugh. But don't be like, this dude shouldn't wear blackface, but it's okay for this dude to wear dress. But nah,
it's the difference when it's with malice, though. All that's with malice. All that, you see, the reason why a lot of black people get pissed off because of the blackface, that goes back to that movie, A Birth of a Nation. There's a white man depicted a black man in there. Everything he did was steal, try to rape, and all that. That's where all that extra came from. So that's when people see that, they know it's usually out of malice. It's not out of fun. It's not out of jest. It's never been. It's never been funny. It's never been funny. Only time, like I said, the reason why Robert Downey Jr. got away with that, because we knew what was happening. It wasn't like it just popped up as a white guy. No. He was a method actor trying to play a black guy, being a black guy in Vietnam. And so it was hilarious. And we knew the actor, we knew it one place, a place out of malice. They even had a black dude checking it on there because we were like, ho. So Brandon T. Jackson had to check him on it on the movie. That's what made it even more funny, because we knew there was a black person on there checking it, because we would have been saying the same shit. In the other movies and times, there was no black person checking Amos and Andy, all these motherfuckers. Nobody was doing it.
Andy was white. Amos and Andy was white.
I know this, Reese. That's my point. So what I'm saying is nobody was checking them. You didn't have, Saxmo on there checking them. Hey, you did not do that. No, no. Nobody said that. In this movie, they did. That's why it was allowed, and we thought it was funny. But in all those other movies, it was out of malice and just to disrespect us. It all started from that movie, Birth of a Nation. That dude covering his face black and pretending to be black.
Bubba, Birth of a Nation was a Klan movie. That was to rally up white power and the white.
I remember the movie. I remember it was done after Reconstruction.
And it was for that. That was not for black people. It was to tear us down and to make us look like criminals.
I know. I'm saying from that movie on, every time after that,
they let a black man touch her, the white lady.
Reese. My point was, every time, golly, every time they did after that movie, every time they did that, like I said, it was out of malice. It was nothing nice. It was never depicting a good black person. It was always out of malice. What movie they did after that? Somebody played blackface and it was a good person. It was something not disrespecting us. Never.
Even cartoons back then, the black and white.
I know, even the cartoon, Bugs Bunny. On some Bugs Bunny, I used to be like baffled by that. Sometimes Bugs Bunny do like little black character. All that. Hanna-Barbera. There was a lot of that on it. It was never in the.
It was to condition our minds. It was to when we see the boob tube, that's the worst thing we could watch is the boob tube, because it takes our mind over. It's a bunch of junk. When junk goes in, it pushes the good stuff out. That's why we tell kids read. And back that was to condition your mind and program you. See, they have a different way of programming you without putting yokes on your chain. They have different ways to get you going and messing with your mind. Because once you got a person's mind, you got the body. The rest will follow. Once you got that mind control, boom. That's it right there. And by showing us different images or showing different subliminal images, they still do it now. Because when they showing horrifying or horrific pictures, it's pictures of black people. Like when you look at social media and it was like horrifying facts, I bet you didn't know. They had this big fat black woman screaming like in terror. Horrifying facts, and then it'd be horrifying facts about white people, what white people did. So why you got this black lady up there look like she's a horror, but you telling this white, it's messing with your mind. They're painting pictures so people could fear us, so people can look at us as criminals, so people can hate us for no reason. We hate on each other for no reason because the subliminal messages that we're getting. Other black people are scared of other black people. Have you seen that? they look at you like, oh, like you left it, or you know, money is separating everybody. It's the color green, but they play.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's true. I mean, unfortunately, it's true. Like, we all just, like, me personally, I'm not scared of no black people. You know what I'm saying? Unless you try to harm me. You know what I mean? If not, then that's okay. I'm scared, but like, all right, now I need to be on point. But I don't know, maybe because I've traveled or lived other places. Maybe I think differently. Maybe I act differently. But, you know, I've seen it. And honestly, I didn't really fully feel it till I moved down here. You know, back in the day, one of my friends' grandmother wouldn't let me in her house. She apologized before she died when we got older. But, you know, I never understood that or seen it. But then I understood, like, oh shit, that's what that was. That's why I couldn't go in this house. You know, because
you was dark.
Yeah, no shit. It is DC. We talking the 80s. You know, that's why I mean, you know. That's why I say I trust me. I understand discrimination, and I understand when things are not. So
and
the whole situation,
they're gonna look at your ass first, and when something get missing, they look at the blackest nigga first. Be like,
of course. And considering even back then, I was one of the most honest ones. I was one of the most honest ones. But you know, eventually, you know, you are what you are. As they try to say, yeah, they always assume the dark-skinned one did it. It's always, you know, it was stupid. I didn't really understand it. Coming up as a kid, I must have been sheltered from a lot of this shit. So when that started hitting me, I was like, for real, you know, the majority of my life, everywhere I've been number black people. Everywhere I've been number black people. You know, most schools, everything prior to that, all black people. So, you know, that's all I knew. I never been discriminated on. Coming from New York, even when I lived in Baltimore, we had white neighbors. You know, so for me to get here and find out a black person discriminating on me, it was crazy. But it was what it was.
What you got to say about what Bubakar saying? Did you, because you a light-skinned black, did you discriminate on the dark-skinned black?
What are you talking about, man? I wasn't even accepted in the 90s. What do you mean? In the 90s, I was considered white and shit. I was trying to be dark skinned. What do you mean? I was trying to be that. I was trying to be him. Because every time in the 90s, they considered me soft as soon as I walked in the door. I ain't even had to say a word. As soon as they saw me, I'm soft. Oh, you pretty boy nigga. Look at this pretty boy. Look at this pretty boy. You know, I used to be sexy when I was young. You know, now I'm kind of old and big, but you know. But yeah, as soon as they, I had the curly hair and shit. As soon as I walked in there, look at this I'll be sure ass nigga. I had to fight my way out of every party. And Lord don't go talk to his girl. Oh, Jesus. Oh, as soon as they see me go over to any female in that joint, you know, why you talking to my girl? I swear it was Bubakar, nigga look just like him too. Walk away from me every time.
I already stabbed one of you niggas in the hand. I already stabbed one of you niggas in the head, say you pretty motherfucker. And that's what changed it on. Shout out to the King Wesley Snipes. Shout out to the King Wesley Snipes.
Oh, yeah,
that man changed my life.
Yeah, after that movie, it was over for us, shorty.
But check this out. But on the reverse side, prior to that movie, it was great for y'all. See how I'm saying? So I tell black people, hold on, one day shit gonna change for us. So just like that. Because I was in the 80s, it was horrible. All that shit I was talking about discriminating was in the 80s. And in the 80s, you could be an ugly light-skinned nigga, you would still get them. But now, since Wesley Snipes came through, everything changed. Oh, the 90s was great for me. I love the 90s. The 80s, not so much. Not so much at all.
And Christopher Williams messed it up for all of us. All of us. When he got stabbed in the hand, that was the last time I pulled a chick. After he got stabbed in the hand, I never pulled another girl after that, huh?
Pretty motherfucker.
For us now. So what? So the light skinned.
We good. We got Drake. We got J. Cole now. We got a couple people.
But that's not the question. Who is messing it up for us now? Who are we discriminating against now as the people? Who is messing it up for us now?
Kanye West.
I think on a bigger scale, as the people. One thing we need to draw back is all this extra tension between us and our women. It's too much. We don't fell into the bullshit now. Our women starting to fall for the bullshit. Susie B. Anthony left behind after she used our sisters. and now they're all fucked up. And then Chloe came along in 1992 and really messed them up. And so I'm just saying, like, our women, I know some of our women are gay, we still love you, but but please do not make the black man the evil guy. And right now, the black man is like, that's why you think so many black dudes are messing with others, because it's like there's so much tension between our women and us. Some of our women don't even want to look at us, they don't even want to talk to us. I go in some places, workplaces, this black girl there, whatever, don't want to see my black ass. And it's like, yo, most of the time you go to them jobs where you see a black person like, hey, nah, some of them, I see it even some of the comedy things, some of these new comedians coming out, you just started, but because you don't hooked up with the girl at the job, at the comedy place or whatever, so you start shitting on black comedians, but you a black woman, so you try to look out for what's coming in. It's all white comedians, your black ass over there, you're not even a full for a comedian yet, but you good with administration work, but you want to cut out the black comedians that come. And I'm like, and especially if you ask for or anything really black, it's definitely a problem. If Phil could attest to that, like I say, we need to stop between our people. I don't know. We need to love our women need to start loving us. I don't know how we're gonna get back. We need to get back to it, because that's the problem right now. It's not even others. It's us against each other. And men against women in our community.
So now it's the men against women. It went from the darks against the lights against the dark. Now it went from the men against the women. Now, do you think that because they portray a lot of our black men dressing up as women, do you think that our women are looking at black men as being soft, and our women are out there taking on them?
No. It's because of all the. It's because of, and I just want to help. It's because of all the toxicity that has been planted against them not needing that whole "you don't need a man" movement.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? That whole "you don't need a man." You got a job. You're independent. All my single ladies, this, that, get your heads up. He's replaceable. All those lyrics and musics and songs that became women's anthem that are telling them by married women to be independent. And all these women who are singing and saying these songs even are all married. You know what I'm saying? And have very strong contractor and strong women. So I think contractor want to get in on this, but I mean that whole single ladies movement is the thing that divided us, in my opinion, now.
Yes.
And that is what like you said, it's not, and that's why I started the show, because all they talk about these men and these dads that ain't shit, don't do shit. I don't know these niggas. Like I'm still looking for them.
That's not for all women, because I'm one that don't believe that. I believe that it takes both a man and a woman coming together to make one. And I can say, I don't need you, baby. I need you lovingly. I need your support. So when they do all of that independent, they're just talking about financial. These women are broken down heifers after the money part comes, because they need their soulmate. They need that man. So any woman that say, I don't need a man, she means she don't need a man to get up and get a job to work and pay bills. But you need a man to survive. We need each other to survive. Then you take the money out the equation and get it back to the basics. When man and woman, they came together. They worked together. And I believe that that's what we're missing, the connection to get back to black men, to black women, to come back together. We missing the family. I always believed that I wanted a man like my granddaddy, a strong man that took care of his family. My grandmother was strong at what she did. But I always saw it. I got a chance to see a strong black man. And boom, that's what I want. But none of these men that I've came across in my life, in my 52 years of living, has ever measured up to my granddaddy. Now, that's who I'm comparing him to. Not too much to be exactly like him, but to have my granddaddy's qualities. Because he told me what it was to be a woman, and he showed me what it was to be a man to a woman. Hello? Can I get a woo woo? So I don't think like, oh, independent, this and this and that. Yeah, I'm single, but do I want to be? I'm single, but it's like, Do I want a man? Yes. Do I need a man to pay these bills? No. I can do that on my own. But I want a man to survive. It's more than just money. It's your mental.
Well, unfortunately, but Reese, unfortunately, they made it a financial thing. They have put it down on paper and made it financial. And considering all the obstacles they put in front of the black man to make do for his family and be something in this country, they made it too easy for him to just point out all the inequities. So because of that, is now is a big divide. And like I said, with Susie B. Anthony and her stuff, you know, that women live right, they use our black women, and then when they got what they want, they shit on our black women. So our black women just get back up and realize, yo, you know, our unit, there was nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? And stop that. We don't need to be bashing each other, especially the men are tired of it because we feel like, yo, we're not gonna just keep getting talked to like this and treated like shit. You know, America already trying to make us feel that way. And here it is, the woman that laid next to me are supposed to be, you know, having my back. She's talking like them because they're pushing money and power in her pockets and her mind. And so now, end result, a lot of our people are divided. You know what I'm saying? Like there are so many a lot of black women wonder why they're single because you're not paying attention to what's going on. You know, and some guys need to just understand, like some of these women are frustrated, so we got to find other way to kind of talk to you and let you know, hey, sis, I'm here for you. I'm not here against you or trying to be, you know, your competition or whatever, because that's what they do. They pit us against each other at the job and other job or whatever, entertainment, whatever. They just pit us against each other all the time, and we don't understand it, you know, and now we just beefing each other. Sometimes you go to see black chicks like, oh man, I'm about to hear all this shit. And that's what a lot of these athletes and other people do that do have wealth. They gradually go elsewhere because they feel like they don't want to have to deal with that shit. The sister has a lot of stuff on her plate. We get it, you know what I'm saying? But he don't understand that, and sometimes sisters don't understand. Like you don't need to, you know, bash a brother, man. Like some of us like really trying.
Do you know that is part of the hidden agenda? For them to get in our mind. There's a 1934 episode of the Little Rascals. It made me think about that. The guy on the Little Rascals' name was Farina. He was this lazy black boy laying out there, looking like you, Booba Cow, and the fly landed on his face.
Wow, I'm always
because he was dark.
I think that was racist, Booba Cow.
I think so too.
He had the cracks in his head back then. And he had the store. The girl said, Farina, you sure is lazy. And he's like, yup. He wouldn't move. He was under the shade tree, wouldn't move, and the girl running around doing everything. That is a negative stereotype that we let them place 1934 on our black men, saying that black men are lazy when they are some of the hardest working people out there, because we built the country. So when do a black man get a chance to lay up under a tree and not move and be lazy? But that's what they done put in the stereotype. And a lot of these black dudes now that you see out there on the side of 7-Eleven, bumming you for money, arguing with you about what they saw you get back in the damn window. This man said, I saw you give you a $5 back. You got some money. I'm like, I ain't got no money for you. I ain't got no extra for you. These are young our black men that's out there rather than begging and stealing to borrow, because the 1934 stereotype, black man not working. He's sitting under the tree on the straw with a hat on. 1934, when did a black man get a chance to do that? That's a false stereotype that they put out there.
I'm 100% with you. I'm 100% with you. I work with some white people, and I get it. Like they're always trying to say, "Hey, I work hard for mine." Oh yeah, I like working hard. You do that and not joke about it, because certain things I'm latched with because on purpose. Like that guy that was sitting there. You know why he was sitting there? That nigga like, I earned this shit. My ancestors said I need to sit there and not run around.
That was a lie. That was the depiction.
No, it's always been a lie for them to make them feel like, you know, we just, after slavery, just been lazy. We really why was in slavery because we was lazy. They had to make us work. to try to make to help us out. It's a psychological thing. You're right.
Let me finish, please. But our government
I'm
also
sorry.
perpetuated the stereotype of our black men and pushed the black woman out there to work because they said the black men not working. It was the divide and separation of the welfare system that broke our families up because they told this black woman who had a black man, family, and kids, I can help you and your kids, but you can't bring this black buck with you. You can't bring him with you. And they said that he's lazy, he's this, he's that. And then somehow, like I said, I don't speak for all women. I speak for some. Just like all of them independent women clapping, I don't need a man, this and this and that. The suffrage movement was not about black women. Getting our votes was not about black women, it was about white women. Like you said, Susan B. Anthony. But they separated us and broke us down and made the white lady become a housewife again, but they separated us and the black woman had to get out there and work and take care of the house because they took the men out of our house. They took our black men away from us.
But nobody arguing with you. We kind of say the same thing. But I think contractors trying to say something too.
Yeah, no. They didn't take the man out the house. Y'all chose a check over your man. So then they told you the stipulations of you getting this check is he cannot be in a house. That's a decision that y'all made.
We chose our family to take care of our children over the man. That's what it was. Because they didn't offer it to single women. It was women with children that needed the help. They took
Reese, but do you know you kind of helped making that argument as well? Like what he's saying, I never, looked at, but honestly, that's exactly what that was. If we stuck together, guys, remember, welfare wasn't even made for us. It was not made for us. It was made for the white man. It's just something we stuck with
welfare than black people ever. Always.
Yeah, it was not made for us.
Thank you, Rodney. Say it again.
No, it's always been more white people on welfare than black people in the United States.
Exactly. It was not made for us in the first place. We just we got apart, and then they started using that as a weapon when it seemed like a lot of us got on it. And so but like you said, it's to the day, there's still more white people on welfare. Like the Jewish community, there's way more of them on welfare than you know. All them Hispanic Jews up in New York, a lot of them be on welfare. But he said they're not on paper because they work for their cousin Yesab or somebody. And so, like I said, I go to Bill, I see buildings ran by none of my cities. You're like, damn, this building, this like, but it's all them. A lot of them, but they don't talk about it. They don't speak on it because they're not gonna like our finances intact. And with them, they bank with the church. The church is a 501c, so they don't even get taxed. So when I need a loan, I can go to the church and get a loan without a problem. I have to talk to a banker. I'm a part of the church. See, unfortunately, our people don't do stuff like that because we don't trust the pastor, and sometimes he's not to be trusted. But that being said, it is what it is. But like you said, Reese, you take care of your children and all that. It's your kids, not your children. It's our kids. That's the problem. That's why a lot of the conversations nowadays when men are having conversations with their women, it's my kids. And no, they're our kids. See, that's the problem right there. You start thinking, oh, it's my kids and I have to take care of the children. No, we together can make it happen. But the easier route is go take that check and let me go out and then we'll figure it out. That's not happening. Once they don't split us up, eventually what happens, I stay out there and you tell you with your struggle till something else comes on. That's just how it happens. So,
a lot of the men told the women, go get the help for you and the kids. Those our kids, go help our kids. Like I said, women had to take care of our kids. And the man said, go ahead. Go ahead, get the house.
So, I don't know all these men because my father wasn't one. So, like I said, all these people.
One either, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, but a lot of these people.
Please let the contractor put his arm down. He got his arm.
I'm not going to crap on all women and all men. I'm talking about the government, the way the government came in and infiltrated and how they broke it up. But go ahead, contractor.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say the reason why they putting black men in dresses is because that's another way to feminize black men and make women see that only because masculine is attracted to feminine and feminine is attracted to masculine. Even if you see two gay dudes, one of them's feminine, one masculine. Two gay women, one feminine, one masculine. So when you keep looking at TV, you don't see no masculine black men. They all in dresses. But you keep seeing these white men, Bruce Willis, old ass, Liam Neeson, he old as shit. I met him at National Harbor. He all broke up, but on TV they show him as a tough guy. You know, you got all these white men as tough guys, so all you see is athletes. So then all the black women want to fuck with his athletes and rappers because they see that as masculinity. But then when you get with them, they create an environment for it not to work. So then the woman can leave and take half his money. But a white woman, because her father's there and her father works hard, she'll look at a man that's a carpenter, a plumber, a painter, and still see that as masculine. She an attorney or a doctor, she'll still come home and submit to a painter. But a black woman not gonna do that. That's just the way it is.
You're not talking about, you just talking about, you just saying that, you know what I mean?
98%. 98%.
God damn, he put a percentage on it. All right.
I don't know. I guess it's the circles that we move in.
I have to disagree with you at 98%.
Thank you.
I do believe there is
all right, 95.
There is a number, but it ain't 95. I mean, it's the same thing I said, and I don't want us to do it with women either. Like I said, these men that people will be talking about all the time, I don't know them. And like I don't know these women either. And I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some out there. But the thing is, they get highlighted because they're the loudest. That but nobody's talking about the men who and the women who are okay with their man helping their man grow, helping their man become more successful. She has her law degree. Me and my wife took turns. Like, I started out, I owned my own restaurant. I did it. She stayed at home, raised the kids for 10 years. After my restaurant was good, this, that, and the other, she went back to school, got her degree. Now she's doing what she wants to do. She goes, she's done everything that she's doing her dream now. Now she teaches yoga. She does, her mental health thing and all that other kind of stuff. And now I'm back now. I'm doing my podcast. Like, we've taken turns growing with each other. And
Yeah,
that's
but how do other people get that mindset? How do we get that out? So
What the thing is, first of all,
hold on, real quick. When we was 22, we ain't had that mindset. When we was 22, we ain't have it. We weren't there. We barely liked each other. You know what I'm saying? We barely liked each other. So I mean,
But I'm just saying, how do we help other people get it? Because
you have to see it in your household. My kids have that mindset.
Oh, okay.
Because they see it in their household. I didn't see that in my household. My father died when I was 11. My mom went to a mental hospital, and all kinds of stuff happened when my father died. But then you got that whole era that we grew up in, where fathers were non-existent. Now we got fathers back in the home. Now we got people, but that's the reason why. Because so many of us men lost our dads at young age or never saw our dads. It became important to us to be a dad. So now we're in a era where it's important to us to be a dad, and they're still putting out that
negative image
that there's no dads, there's no black dads. When I go to my son's school, I'm amazed at how many black dads are dropping off their kids at school. How many are picking them up? I'm amazed at it. And we all say hi to each other.
On social media. You gotta take pictures of that and put it on social media.
Hey, dog, I started a podcast about that. You know what I'm saying?
But facts. That's what I'm saying, though. Like you said, brother, like you said, I don't know these people. And the reason why I don't know these people, because that's not who I be around. My wife always says all the time, Al, I can say this, none of your friends are deadbeats. Every last one of my friends, whether they're married or not, every last dude take care of their kids. Either the kids stay with them or they're in their lives hard. There's none of my friends, my real friends, my wife can say that, and it's true. I look at all my stuff. I didn't think about it one day, but then it's like, you are who you hang around. You know what I'm saying? So far as that. Not like how Molly was saying, because that's my friends are gangbangers and I'm a gangbanger, but more like, so far as I didn't even know it. Even coming up, some of these dudes, some didn't even have kids, some did, but to the date, every last one of those guys take care of theirs. I've been with my wife now 24 years. 24 years. We've been living, we've been together, like I said, it ain't easy, but it's something like some of my friends all be like, yeah, man, hanging in, whatever. It's hard, but that's relationship, period. You gotta, it's about partnership. When God made man, He made a woman. He made the woman from a man, as they say, right? And the woman's here to help me. That's what I'm here for. To help me. I'm here to help, to cover her. I'm here to protect her, to cover her, whatever she needs. I'm here for her. But she is also here to help me. That's why they say flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. You are part of my rib. But in society nowadays, they think that they forgot about that. It's about just you and what you got to do for you and all. No, you are here to help your man. It's not right for you to be doing well and he is not. Not saying you should stop doing what you're doing. No. Find a way, push him, because there's always good in everybody and something that they can come on. Not everybody is good, but you know what I mean? There's always something in somebody you can help. But it's terrible when you got those relationships and she got her stuff over here, you got your stuff over here. We even buy the Christmas presents for the kids separately. All that stuff is toxic. And some people are living like that. That shit is toxic. You know, until we realize we are here for each other. You can't get no further. I'm here for her. She's here for me. Not just we here to be in a relationship and see how it works out. That's how it happens. Like he said, his wife, she covered the kids while he had his business. Now he covered her, whatever else she needs while she go do law school and everything. Like, yo, that's how it's supposed to be. We are here for each other. I'm here to protect and cover you. You are here to help me.
And I applaud that. And what you said, your circle and sphere of influence is very important, because none of the females that I'm around, that I'm associated with, says that, oh, I don't need a man. Either they're married or they're in a relationship and they love their men and they're there to support and help and work and grow with their men. So I don't know any of the women that be like, oh, bitch, I got this, I don't need a man for this, I don't need a man for that. I don't hang in that circle. So I don't see.
Well, you got Lee. You do have Lee, though.
Yeah, that's true.
You got Lee, though.
Can't take Lee
What
out.
about Lee? What about Lee?
What about Lee? Lee played both.
She said she don't need a man.
Lee do her own. Lee do her own. Victor Victoria.
Lee bring her own with her.
Lee is her man and her woman. Lee is.
I love you, Lee. I'm just messing with you.
That was a good shot. I love her too, man.
That's Victor Victoria. But what I was,
that's my half and half.
In my sphere of influence, because I don't know every woman out there, just like y'all don't know every man and woman out there. All you know is what you go around and in your circle. So you can only speak by what you know of, and that's in your circle, right? So if my circle is created by nothing but welfare moms, then that's all I see. But my circle was created by hard-working women that was in the household. My grandparents was example. And my girlfriends, all of my girlfriends' parents, they were there. So they wasn't single family homes. There might have been a couple of them that was out there, but the daddy was still there. You know, they was working, the mom and dad is still working together, even though mom and dad could not live together for the betterment of the children. So I've seen a lot of dads. Now, when I had my kid, that's when I saw a lot of the single parent and deadbeats and all that. And I never, not once, my son would never tell you that I ever badmouthed his daddy. And his daddy never gave him one red cent or did nothing. But I refuse to let anybody talk about that man in my son's presence, because you know why? I'm raising a king. I'm raising excellence. And I did not want my son to ever think that he was like his daddy. I'm like, be better than your daddy. I can raise him to be a good person. I couldn't raise him to be a man. And that's what we need, our man to raise our men. Men, get back into your child's life and take care of your children and stop sidetracking. Why would a man leave his kids and go get a woman with 5 kids and take care of her kids, but not his own seeds?
I know, Reese, it sounds like you get a little personal now.
I know, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I told you about that. You knew he was wrong for you. You knew he was wrong for you when he told you he was blind and he wasn't blind. So he ain't do nothing different.
I love that man.
He started the relationship. He started the relationship.
And this before the kid came. I worked 2 jobs and took care of that man because he said he couldn't work.
So he said he was blind. He caught you. You got caught.
In love, and I was the type of female.
Hey, read. Can we read the comment? Read the comment. Read the comments.
I can't see.
Okay, I'll do it. Okay.
Contractor had his hand up for 15 minutes again. Y'all just be disrespecting my man. I'm trying to keep this light skin pride going. Hey, he hold his hand up the whole monologue and nobody acknowledges him. Except for me, brother. We're gonna stick together. That's light skin brothers need to stick together. Go ahead, contractor. I'll narrate this. Go ahead, contractor. Say what you got to say, man.
Yeah, I gotta put some
This is
icy
gonna be a
hot on my
light skin
shoulder when I
show.
get in the house. I gotta put some icy hot on my shoulder when I get in the house. I was holding my arm up so long.
I'm sorry.
What
I was
say what you
just
got to
saying-
say, brother.
Yeah, I'm just saying we all can sit here and talk about ourselves and what we doing, this and that. But what's the solution for the masses? Like, y'all found good women, that's good. But if you had to be out here now, y'all wouldn't have the same conversation. Man, congratulations on the 22 years to you.
24,
So
but thank you.
What's the solution now? Like, if you had to be out here now, because we all doing good. Okay, so how do we wake up other people so they can be good also, and then we ain't the only best person in the bunch?
But I'm gonna say the only thing, like with my friends, my younger friends that are in their 30s that I've been known for a long time, the ones that now have kids and still take care of, like one of my good homeboys, I think Alex like 35 now. Since he had his kids, you know, he been through like 2 baby mothers, but all the kids live with him. He take care of every last one of them. You see what I'm saying? So we can't always choose the right women, but with your kids, that's not a choice. You have to put the time in. And he always tell me, he's like, nah, dog, you know, like you and your kids, I'm the same way. And I think just by you period, are the example. You said not just you, regardless, they get a great relationship with another woman, but they gonna take care of the kids. They see the contract that you my man and you take care of your kids, they see that's part of your values. Just because I'm around you, I gotta do the same thing. Just because.
Exactly.
I can't, you know, and it's innate in us not to be around people if that, you know, that's not your vibe, because people are vibration. If I can't be around a deadbeat father, man, fuck them kids. I'm good on this end. I can't trust you. I can't trust you. You're not a reliable person, because I know I have to be there for my kids, and that's something I hold dear to me. So if you like that, I can't be around you. And Shada, let me get one more light-skinned brother in here, because he's been making a lot of comments. I was trying to read it earlier.
Yeah, but it's not up to the guy though, because you'll have men who wanna, like me. My father wanted to be there, but my mother was telling me all this bullshit and this and that.
Yeah,
then
that truth always comes out.
Yeah, and exactly. And it's unfortunate because like he said, the truth always come out, and it's unfortunate. It was reversed for me. It was very reversed for me. My dad was there majority of my like, you know, adolescent life until I became like 9 or 8. And then they split because nigga was abusive. But regardless, whatever, my mother never.
Yo, did you see him be abusive? Because you can't listen to what women say. Women will
No, I
say
saw him.
anything to play the
No. I saw him. I saw him numerous times.
Stop grouping all women together.
So, no.
Yeah,
I saw him numerous times. But the thing is,
contractor said 98%. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that nigga said he throwing them numbers out. If you ever seen the contractor show, you know.
What? Yeah, contractor, you said 98%. That's terrible. You should know. Come on, man.
Then she
Yo,
said,
like I said, man, everybody's situation is different. But your situation was different. Unfortunately, you had a mother that lied to you. For me, I saw it myself. And coming up to my father wasn't there majority of my years later. It was left up to the streets and a few friends of my parents, fathers that cared. And I had to kind of get myself in that place. Like my brother was saying over here, like we had to kind of make up for that space where our fathers wasn't there. All those people that I'm in my 40s, so you know, we probably around the same. So we had to make up for that. Like I say, is you know, each one teach one, all that, but. Like I said, it's based upon you. Some of the women, like you said, you know, they had issues. You gotta look deeper in also who you dating. You know, your father didn't know who he was dating, and like, you know, some of us out here now don't know who the hell we dating. You gotta take and see it, you know. But my mom, she did as much as she could, but you know, she couldn't raise a man. The streets and other people raised me. You know, that's facts. You know what I mean? But my mother never. All the time I go see my mom. I see my father when he comes around every couple of years. At that back then, he was always trash my mom. You know, your mom is not. But I noticed the whole time living with my mom, she never trashed this nigga. Even though I seen him put his hands on her, she never trashed him. You know what I mean? So for me, she gave me into the day like that's the reason why, you know, I'm like, I'm not giving up on our sisters, you know what I mean? And you know, there are good women out there, man. It's just, you gotta find them. Unfortunately, sometimes they find the wrong dudes and just get turned off. But as a people, man,
this real quick. Contractor last week said he has a woman, right?
I did.
He does.
Okay, so you got 3 niggas here, 3 people here that found good women. So you said 98% of them trash. That can't be right, then. We already breaking the mold right there. We all know Reese good. She just fall for niggas who pretend they blind and she only got 1 butt cheek, but we still love her. She a good woman. You know what I'm saying? So now we got 4 right now. So that 98% can't be real. But
exactly.
I'm just saying this honestly, you contract, because I just want to answer this question that you did ask, and that is, what do we do to help others? You start with yourself. You have to show by example, because the first thing is, I can preach all this stuff all day. I can have a podcast talking about being a dad, being a man. I can do all this stuff, but if I'm not setting that example, if I'm not doing this to what you call it, then I'm a fraud. People are going to see it immediately. And the thing is, like he said, people attract to what makes it good. So, like, I got a nephew real quick that is young, just got married, and he's like, "How'd you do it? How'd you do it?" And I was like, "Man, the only thing I can tell you is I work on me every day. Every day I work on me. I can't control my wife. I can't control what she does. I can't control any of that. The only thing I can control is me. And that comes to your friends, the people around you, this, that, and other. You can't control nothing they do. Set your example, because people will see what you're doing, and they know not to come to you with the bullshit. They know not to say this because they know that's not what you're about. You know what I'm saying? I don't allow none of my friends to talk bad about their wife to me. Because I'm telling them, well, what are you going to do? How are you going to fix yourself? What are you going to do to change what's going on in that? Because if she's not going to change, then she shouldn't. You have to change. So that's just my opinion on that. The only reason I'm still with my wife and my wife is still with me is because I've changed and become better. I'm not that dude I was at 23. I'm not the dude at 33. Shit, I'm barely the same person I was 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I've changed to become a better person and have a different mindset and evolve. But the thing is, she has to evolve to my evolve, and I have to evolve to her evolve, because she changes too. I used to just give my wife a ice cream Snickers to get the pussy. I can't do that shit no more. So, you know, I'm just saying.
It was that easy.
It was that easy when I was young. Yeah. Now that shit don't work.
Contractor said that y'all met good women. He said, but good women don't exist. That's not true, contractor. It's where you looking. Where you live. You just looking in your neighborhood.
That is true too. Now, if you're in the strip club looking for a good woman, you're in the wrong place. That's 98% there.
They don't exist no more.
They do exist. We're here.
Where? I mean, okay, but this is the thing. Anytime you hear a woman say something about a breakup in a relationship, she never say, "Oh, it was, you know, I should have did this, I should have did that."
No, yeah, accountability is not that you look in the wrong place for accountability.
Always a victim, and then you say, "Why would a man leave his wife?"
If it's a broke up situation, a contractor, if a couple break up, don't expect that woman to have any accountability being hers. That is a rare unicorn. Please, sir.
Don't do that.
I am doing it. I'm doing it.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
There's no accountability when it comes to that.
If you only dealt with 10 women, you can only speak for the 10 women that you dealt with.
No, why every nigga lose in court during divorce then? Because the woman ain't telling the truth.
That's because the system is rigged against the black man.
But hold on, Reese, I'm gonna just say this in general. Men normally, when there's a breakup, and especially we fucked up, we'll say in a minute, dog, I fucked up. I fucked up.
Exactly.
It's rare. It's rare. I see women. Cause I got homegirls as well. It's rare for the women like, yeah, it was all my fault, and I should have did this. And maybe, it's rare. Usually, when those type of women that sound like that, Usually they've been abused or something. That's what they say. They've been abused or something. But no regular woman that just got in a relationship with nothing valid enough, they don't normally be accountable. No, they don't. They like, yeah, I don't know what he was on. He was cheating. He was but why was he cheating? Why was he cheating? The frustration you gave him, or maybe the flirting you was doing with somebody else.
Say that. Oh,
accountability is a trigger word for some of us. Okay.
Got more than one hole.
Being our brother and sister keeper. These are words said by Kenny Clark, y'all. He said accountability is a trigger word, and being our brothers and sisters keeper. You know, that's what we need to be. Also, he said other solutions is practice what you preach. And
there are good women out there, contractors. And y'all men, let him know that there are good women.
No, there are good women out here. There are good women out here.
Out here.
Put yourself in a place. Put yourself in a place where you can find them. Put yourself in a place where you can find them. Meaning, like, it's not always church either, because you got church is a good place to find some, but not the best one. Because remember, everybody at church usually shit got fucked up with them. So that being said, go meet them at the bank. Meet them at the
laundromat.
Yeah, somewhere you know there's something you can use. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, she washed clothes. I need somebody. You know, go somewhere like that. A good restaurant. You hear about herself. Hey, she like to eat. I like to eat. You know, find some of interest. That's, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, and then also you just need to look. Is it a good person? Half the time when you talk to people, you can kind of get a feel. You know, and like I tell everybody this, if you go into a relationship with somebody, a very serious relationship, y'all need to live together at least 2 years before y'all decide to do anything. At least 2 years you need to live together.
And look, and I've had some trash men, but that don't stop me from looking for that right one, because I know that when I find my true soulmate and what God got for me is going to be so good, that do not stop me from looking to date or meeting other people, because I done had some trash. I'm not going to be bitter. I'm not going to sit back and say, all men are this, all men are that. I can't, because I didn't have all men. I can say that the 5 niggas I had was some trash. I can say that because that's what all I know about. So I'm never going to put a label and say, all men are this, all men are that. I haven't had all men. And there would be a contradiction, because I just said my granddaddy was a good man. And I just said I'm raising my son to be a good man. So I can't say all men are this, all men are that.
Son to be a good man.
Raise my son to be a good person.
I mean, yeah, look, man, there are good people all the way around. Just be around. Just it's about who you are, what you do, and how you do your vetting process. That's all.
You say why would a man leave his wife for a woman with 5 kids? It's because the woman with 5 kids got convertible tonsils.
I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat. My mind was bred a little different. You're from my
and she probably got that good too.
Right.
Ah, hey, you got it. Talk about dipping in the well.
Mama, your little nigga came from Wildland. Always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the
my joint right here. Mama. Hey.
And I got 2 shows coming up in March the 8th and on March the 16th. Y'all check out the flyers and come and see your girl. Get your ticket. Do what it do. The 8th.
My phone is died. I love y'all.
And the 16th.
My phone is gone.
Utah Street, Baltimore. Sorry. Well, Cal, we didn't hit the road yet. We didn't hit the road yet. Rodney, thank you for coming in. And thank you for speaking up for the women too, Rodney and Booba Cal. Thank you.
Yeah, it's all good.
Because they're awesome, good women out there. And I got a whole circle of them. I got 10 good females. They single, they hard working. And look, we could play Valentine's Day coming up. We could match them up. Them some good girls out there.
I'm good. I stay out of relationships. I can just deal with mine.
Out of other people. I mean, you know, to put good people in the place. Y'all good people, go over there. Let somebody find you.
All right.
Peace. We out. I love y'all. Tomorrow, Wellness Wednesday, y'all. Talking about the dangers of rice on Wellness Wednesday. They found out that rice is causing people to have heart functions. When you leave out rice past 24 hours, baby, it's not good for the heart. And even in China, they had to do a mini ban on the rice consumption. 24 hours, no good. So I'm going to be dropping that knowledge for y'all tomorrow. Make sure you tune in for Wellness Wednesday. And that's something that we all can use. Because I know I love me some rice. Peace out, people. We love you. Mwah, mwah.